Yeah, you were dug deep into that.
Yeah, and grenades were not they weren't rolling in enough. But there was one point where by accident, I think I fucking jammed my barrel and I almost shot Jet like right in the fucking face. I was like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. I saw Morgan on the first floor with the PKM and the fucking string.
And they measured.
There's a 50-foot piece of paracord.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I have one.
And both Josh measured it out. It was 50.
Yeah. I walked away from the building. I'm like, I have a blank fire rifle and a Tokyo Marui 226. What am I going to do? Fire the AT-4 down the fucking hallway? You can keep the building.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been friggin' nuts.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
Do thermals give you too much? Do they affect the game in such a way that it's almost like cheating in a video game? I'm not saying thermals are cheating, but I am saying that they give you more information than everybody can have.
It does help in those large scale environments like MSW. But for playing here, honestly speaking, if I wanted to use a thermal all the time playing here, I wouldn't even own a clip-on. I would own a Cody.
Yeah.
And it would be simply to see.
That's right.
There are certain features that I cannot access on the new Zulu 24 podcast YouTube because of the low subscriber count. More people watch this than are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Please, please, please hit subscribe on the Zulu 24 podcast channel so we can re-unlock the feature to be able to give you a teaser trailer 2 or 3 days before the episode premieres. That's why I had to stop doing it, because it's a new YouTube account. So they're like, you don't have all the features, because we built the Zulu 24 Airsoft channel up to being able to have all the fun features, and now we're back at the bottom.
Subscribe. It's free.
It's free.
Subscribe. It helps us out.
Takes you 2 seconds.
Please.
Hit the like button.
And don't forget about the poll.
And look, we're demonetized on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you subscribing doesn't put money in our pockets. That actually, even when we were,
wasn't helping.
It was like $1 anyway. So look, just subscribe. Just do it. I dare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 80%.
And for you guys on Spotify, I see all the comments, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. And don't forget about the poll. We're going to do that poll.
Yes, we are going to do the poll.
All right.
Just do me a favor and take the mic and move it closer to you.
Better?
Better.
Okay.
Much better.
I like that I have a proper seat now. It actually, I feel, no wonder why Anthony's like, oh, I'll sit here the whole time. No big deal. It's super fucking comfortable. I'm just chilling right now.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
Just sitting inside while Dave and I are running around inside or outside with the rain.
Oh my God.
Fucking asshole.
Getting zapped. All right, we good?
Oh yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Zulu 24 podcast. As always, I'm joined by Anthony from Anttech Airsoft Studios and Jordan from Zulu Outdoor.
Yeah.
Hello. We're just joshing.
Anthony's on vacation.
It's Red Drink Rich in the house.
Yeah.
Anthony's chilling on a beach, I think.
Yes.
He was like, I don't know if I want to go.
Well, he's got reasons why he doesn't want to go, but that's his personal stuff.
Which we should air immediately.
Right? Air all of his dirty laundry on the internet. Anthony, if you're watching, click off of this now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Are we going to have any bleeps?
Probably not.
Shit.
I don't know. Every now and then I pick up and take over for Anthony with the bleeps. Maybe I'll say some heinous shit.
I have I don't know. Well, maybe get on a rant, but I don't really have anything to really rant about, to be honest with you.
Oh, we'll get into it.
Oh
no.
We talk about thermals and whatnot. But you brought something. You brought something kind of cool. It's not the first time I've seen this, but it was the first time I've actually seen like the app involved and everything. The e-shooter. They're calling it a flare smoky BT tracer unit or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Alphabet soup.
Yeah. Dude, this thing has a lot of utility.
Yeah. It's definitely neat. I've had the one that doesn't have the Bluetooth function. So BT obviously means Bluetooth. And I think you need that with these tracer units and any device that has like multiple modes, because having to push a bunch of buttons, it's the same thing as like a lot of the MOSFETs and a lot of the HPA systems that you have to push trigger pulls and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that, because I'm not saying it's like a safety thing, but I just find that like you could, if you were doing that in the safe area and like somehow it fires, because you got to have a battery in it and pull triggers to do something. I don't like that. I think a little bit more money, it's Bluetooth. You're able to go on your phone. Everyone has it. You're able to go this, and you're able to change it.
It's actually wild, the amount of stuff you can change in there. Okay, so what is it? It's a suppressor that is also a muzzle flash device. It's also a smoke, like it generates smoke after you shoot. It's also a tracer. it's also a chrono.
And a chrono, yes. Yeah.
So that's the tiny one.
Yes, the tiny one.
And they make a smaller version.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I've been waiting for someone to make a smaller one because
Yes.
that size one, they're demoing it on a pistol. It'll fit in my Surefire can.
It'll fit in a lot more things. And I'm curious, I will say that you're able to really change a lot of the muzzle flash colors, the frequency of the flash. You can actually do like things like, not every BB is lit up. It's every other one. You can do something like that.
That's a cool function. Yeah. So in the tracer, you can actually tell it, I want every 5th round to be lit up.
Yeah. It's like anywhere from 1 to like 8 or 9 or something like that. And then you could do dynamic color where, obviously it's a rainbow, but you can actually change each dynamic thing to be like red, orange, red, yellow. So it's like a little bit of a mix of things. I don't know how I haven't done that at night. I'm curious how that would be like from the visual standpoint.
I would just set it to orange and forget.
Yeah. But then you can also.
But it'd be cool, right? Like, because
I'd be curious how it would look. Maybe having that dynamic is
just
good.
having the variation of it. The other thing too is I think you can also for each color that you're doing, you can adjust the intensity of the lights.
Yes.
So you could literally have like
one that's super bright and one that's not.
Yes.
Or like a random effect.
That's literally what you can do, and then you can save it. So it's I would say it's pretty dope. Now, if you're at a field that doesn't have night games, maybe the smoke is kind of cool, and then maybe the chrono for yourself, like so that you don't have to buy a chrono, is worth it. But obviously at Zulu, there's night games and ops and stuff like that, and then pretty much most of us play it like national ops that have night portions or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is worth it because it has like 4 and 1.
So my thing was like I had the original Smoky Wolf, kind of a piece of shit.
He was a trailblazer though.
He was
Wasn't he the first?
Well, yeah, but it was like
it was a gel blaster thing. It was meant for gel blasters.
I'm not saying the guy was bad. I'm saying the product was bad.
Yeah.
Like,
But was he the first to make it?
No, he was just the dude importing it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he was just the dude importing it. But like, it was sent over to me to be like, here, test this thing out. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll test it. And I gave my immediate feedback of like, I don't like that it has a constant green blink. And I don't like that it leaks. And he's like, well, we already ordered, 4-figure numbers amounts of product and it can't be changed until those sell. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy the product then. Sorry, like we're not going to carry it in here. Because there was a time where everyone was like, where's the Smoky Wolves at? I'm like, you don't want it. You don't want it. I promise you don't. And mine has leaked to the point that it just doesn't work anymore. I said when Rich bought the first version of this, cool, if the e-shooter one doesn't leak, I'll buy one. Because I'm like semi-jaded to the idea of it. I love it. It's great. It's cool. I mean, you talked about it on the podcast the first time I used it on the field where you're like, all right, that's kind of dope.
It would, dude, like it seems like the lamest shit ever. Until you're playing near somebody with it.
And you're like, okay.
And for a brief split second, you're like, wait.
it's like anything. It's like a secondary cool factor. I think obviously if you're just a local guy and no one really is, I don't want to say high end, but like
you have to be a little extra to put this on.
Yeah, and if more people are
I don't know. I think everybody with a dick and balls would put.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. But now,
like I said, I was already Googling, can I get gunpowder scented essential oils?
Yeah,
yes,
right.
We looked at that year. Yeah, we looked at that a year ago. But like the one without, you got to get the Bluetooth. If you get the non-Bluetooth, honestly, the price difference is I think like $20.
Yeah, it's like $20.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can actually like look at the options and stuff like that. You can actually change the smoke output. So you can go low or high. And the high is actually like, oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. But like, and then you can change the bodies. They have different caps. Like obviously this cap is like, so you can see all the different flashes and stuff. But like, I know that Lancer has one that looks like one of the SLR cans or something like that. One of the, I think Sons of Liberty Gunworks like things or something. But, and they have a bunch of others, but the only thing is this doesn't.
So the problem I have with those, I like them. They're cool.
Yeah.
They're designed to be they're longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
There's one SLR like trademarked Lancer Gen 4 and a Gen 3, I think, where it like fits in the rail. So it's supposed to look like integrally suppressed.
Oh, okay.
Cool. When you put that body style on another rifle, it just kind of looks weird. So
okay. Cause I got that coming in and I ordered one of those and I ordered the small one.
I think I'm going to order myself one of the small ones.
Yeah, the small one. I got it coming in, so I'll see how it is. Because then that would fit. I tried to fit this in. I tried to fit this in the Ops Ink suppressor, and this ridge here is just not.
And that's a fat can.
Yeah. So the smaller one will fit in that, and it'll be perfect. You'll just have to make like a 3D spacer to like
or shims of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I usually use a spring.
But I wish that they'd have one that was smooth. If each shooter you're listening, that this is smooth, just like the body, like literally just so you can put this into other devices.
Well, I think because the intent with that was that it would be directly threaded onto a rifle, which is fine. That's great. I just don't love the look of it. That's a personal thing.
Yeah,
99% is looking cool. It doesn't look like a real suppressor to me.
Yeah.
The tiny one though, you probably won't get the same amount of battery life. It has all the same settings because I looked at it. It's the Bluetooth one. I already know that's going to fit in the Surefire can. It's going to fit in the Knight's Armament can that you like to run. So like the little tiny one might be the best one because for up until this point, till they released that one, the only option was the Silo original Smoky Wolf. They made a short version just for him, but it was muzzle flash, smoke, no tracer.
Yeah. And now
So
they got
and it was also $150.
You know what's funny? And now I don't think he does that with them. He actually has a Silo e-shooter.
Yeah, everybody does because e-shooter came in out of fucking nowhere, started making really cool tracer unit products, and now everyone, because even the e-bike stuff like the EMG Guardian used to come with a Airsoft mini in it, and now it comes with the e-shooter mini in it. Like everyone switched to e-shooter.
Well, to be fair, everything after the Tokyo Marui cheap.
Well, there was a period where
Trace
Airsoft
unit.
was like the one to use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything I had after that was Airsoft.
Yeah.
Every single one of those. I might still have that Tokyo Marui trace unit somewhere. And I'm certain I could take out the crusty old AAAs that are in there, put some new ones in there, and it would just fucking work. And the Airsoft ones, they just didn't fucking work, or they would just like turn off. Or
the only Airsoft one I ever had that didn't give me a huge problem was like the big one that was supposed to be a copy of the TM one. It used a rechargeable AAA. It was like the AT2000. That's the only one that never had a fucking problem.
Yeah.
The Airsoft that I always got was the Knight's Armament can one because I wanted a Knight's
and it came with the one that I'm talking about. It came with the AT2000.
I wanted the Knight's can. It came with that, and it was the battery powered one.
Yeah.
No, not like actual AAAs.
So there was a point in time in the beginning where it came using normal AAAs, and then the newer versions are all rechargeable AAAs.
I lent you that, and you're like, dude, where did you get this? I'm like, oh, it's on Amazon. And then I think you like were like, oh yeah, but that's the same one that I've dealt with. I'm like, oh, it's one of the older versions. But the Tokyo Marui, the downfall of that is it was so susceptible
to everything.
To the battery connectors, which just like corrode very easily. I don't know what that is.
We had them at one point in time in here. ASG made a direct copy of the T1. The 6 AAA batteries. It was like $50. Problem is, they either worked or they didn't. Like I had, and it's the same reason we stopped selling them. Was like half of the ones I pulled out of the package sold to a customer. They came in, they're like, it's not fucking working. Try new batteries. It's just broken in the box. Like,
I still think that. Well, the thing with the Airsoft is they tried to, they changed the
lights.
The lights
because it was for a long time. It was like black lights,
only green.
Yeah, and then it went to UV lights.
Now it works with red, which would be honestly, if you were able to get like 2 opposing teams using 2 different style tracers and with big battles, would be really cool. It would be
cool. And also, you know, if we want to milsim LARP it out, the US uses red tracers, right?
Yeah.
It would be really cool. The only problem is red currently, and I could be wrong. I actually haven't used red in a long time, but red tracers, the BBs, they just don't glow like the green ones do.
Yeah, they don't.
So,
and I think it's because of the units, but in night vision they're like perfect.
Oh yeah, they're nice in night vision.
I don't know how much I can talk about this. There's orange tracer BBs coming.
Oh cool.
Oh cool.
That's a great color.
I can't say what company is doing it, but I've already seen the testing footage of it. The problem for us is they're starting with 2.5s. But if it goes well and people like them, they've already talked about doing 3.0 and 3.2s.
If they do that, that'd be cool.
They're orange, and they're like the orange of the T238 fucking BB loader.
Oh, that's
BB
cool.
loader.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not.
I mean,
there's your first bleep.
I mean, look. All right. So here's the thing.
That was my first thought, too.
It's not. No. It's a company that I'm actually excited to be like, yes, this is coming, and it's actually going to be good.
I'll tell you right now, if they were able to get both green and red or green and orange or whatever, and you were able to have that for your faction or whatever, That would be cool. Like I would like that to be an issued ammo thing. That'd be sick.
It's like a special run that they're doing. Yeah. It's going to be this month. I just don't know if it's going to be out like publicly by the time
orange might actually glow a little better.
So I'm not going to say
red.
the company name.
Yeah.
But I was showed what's happening and where it's going, and I'm like, this is dope.
Well, Blue Mag had amber.
I still have some of the amber tracers.
So it's doable. I mean, that's obviously doable.
But their whole amber line was meant to be, it was kind of in line with the blackout line where it was supposed to be more dim. No, this is like they want it to be bright as fuck.
Yeah, bright as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a tracer.
Yeah.
That's what we want, dude.
Yeah, didn't they have like IR ones or something like that?
Well, that was Blue Mag, and that was their blackout tracers.
So a long time ago, I was at the New York Tactical Officers Association convention. I don't even remember where it was, right? Me and my buddy Parker, and we had a booth set up, and right across from us was a Siloom. Siloom makes chem lights, right? Mm-hmm. And, I was talking to the guy because he had some neat stuff, but then he had like piles of dirt on the table.
Pile of dirt.
Yeah, like different, like this one was like a darker dirt. This one looked like it came from Georgia. Like it was just piles of dirt. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, why do you have dirt on your table? And he goes, oh, it's IR. It's IR dirt. And it's like geographically specific, right? So this is like Afghanistan dirt. This is Iraq dirt. This is whatever the fuck dirt, right? And I was like, why would you need IR dirt? And he's like, well, you take this, you put it on top of a door, somebody walks through it and they're drenched in IR now. I was like, that's actually really cool. You put it at the entrance to a cave and you can see the footsteps. I was like, damn, that's some fucking Born Identity shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
But what that did tell me is that IR, whatever it is, because it glows IR. It's not just like you hit it with a fucking flashlight and fire reflective. Yeah. It glows IR.
Definitely not skin safe, but go on.
Well, who cares at that point?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I'm drenched in IR, it's because they're about to fucking murk me. But
drone strikes.
Yeah.
There's another bleep.
But yeah, right. But what that told me is that it could exist in a solid state.
Yep.
Well, if it can exist in a solid state, because I've always seen IR chem lights that have liquid in them, what the fuck, right?
Well, that's to make them shelf stable.
Well, but it means it could be compacted, right? So I had this idea years ago, right? Like you take whatever powder that is, compact it into a fucking BB. Now you have an IR BB that's only visible through night vision and wouldn't require a tracer unit or anything like that. Yeah. So then that's where I don't want to say that's where Blue Mag got the idea. However, we did have a conversation about it, and then all of a sudden it started happening. So I don't know.
Yeah, but they're like, I have their blackout BB still. We could grab them. I have the test batch, which
I remember you shooting them. I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. That's neat.
It is kind of cool, but
you still need a tracer unit though.
You still needed a tracer unit, and the problem with them was it was like super low amounts of glow powder. Not super low. Like it was still about the average amount of glow powder. And then the BBs had this like purple finish.
Yes.
It kind of matched like the IR chem color.
Like this is not what they did, but it's like taking a regular glow in the dark BB
and just like
spray painting it.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Yeah,
like
having some kind of finish
like
on it that
we did
real thin.
Yeah, we did testing with them and like we cracked them open to see what they were like on the inside, and it was just a glow in the dark green BB with some kind of purple finish on it. So it wasn't the same. Honestly speaking, it might have been easier to just say, hey, company making BBs, instead of putting, let's just say you do a 50-50 mixture of the PLA and the high fluorescent glow powder, do 90-10.
Yeah.
So now it's like so little you almost can't see it with the naked eye, but still to night vision, it's like, oh shit, I can see all of it. That would make a better product in my opinion.
But you still need a tracer unit.
Still need a tracer unit.
Yeah.
But now if you're running an E-shooter Smoky, you could just turn the muzzle flash feature off so you only get the UV popping.
Yeah.
Like, again, if we're trying to do it in the, like, we're going to have the lowest signature for a night game, you still can't use that for Zulu. Like, the tracer.
I mean, at that point, we're all with
and that was another big argument at the time was, this is cool, but also you can't use them here because our night games require actual tracer BBs and actual tracer units.
But I mean, we're not the only field on the planet.
Correct.
Like, there's definitely other applications for it. It would be really, really cool if you didn't need a tracer unit and they glowed like I've seen IR shit glow.
I mean, the only other way of not having a tracer unit is your magazine has like the light
or the hop-up unit.
Yeah, the hop-up unit has its own downfall. Like,
oh no, exactly.
The hop-up unit's constantly on.
But actually have no
like
light
zero
source
light
or anything.
signature.
It just does it. It just does it itself.
But then the question there is, and we never actually covered that too. Like if the BBs are the ones that are glowing, are your mag pouches now glowing from the signature of the BBs on the top of the mag?
Well, who puts their mags with the BBs up?
No, but I'm saying down in the magazine pouch.
Yeah, probably.
Like if you have an open bottom, like a lot of the new stuff, like the Kydex mag pouches, there's gaps in there. Would your chest just be glowing?
You're just like
you look like a Christmas tree.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
like,
yeah.
I'm very open about using old school kit. I have like all the old school Eagle closed mag pouches, so it's not like it'd be leaking through there, but they still have that little grommet at the bottom.
Sure.
Would that hole just be emitting light?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's funny. No, that's definitely
See, that's where the secondary market comes in. And
these mag pouches that'll stop your BBs from glowing.
no, it's just a cap that goes over your mag. It's just the top of your mag. Little cap. So then every time you reload, you have to
rip the cap off
and retain the cap because
or hope to God that there's enough tension in your mag pouch that it pulls it off as you're pulling it out.
There you go.
God,
dude, that's like the California reload thing where you got to take the thing and it goes into the ejection port. You're basically doing that.
Or like that rear takedown pin where you pull it out just enough to crack the receiver, so you can take the mag out, put it in, close the receiver, put the pin back in, rack the bolt.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing is cool. I mean, I definitely, if you're looking for a tracer unit, this is definitely, I would say, the one. And I also like that you can remove the tank. And they do have extra tanks because they're like, oh, if you like your tank to smell like mango or whatever, you can, instead of like mixing
together. Got out of vapes, but now my airsoft gun has its own vape.
Yeah, right? I don't know. It just seems it's definitely a cool little thing, and I wanted to get one because obviously for the night games and stuff like that.
I wouldn't mind to smell like skunk.
I just find it hard, like from a retail perspective, like it's $100. Now we got to worry about shipping. Now we got to worry about sales tax. Like realistically on the shelf, that would be $120 to $130. That'd be really hard to sell the average player on.
Yeah,
there's a lot under the hood there though.
There is. But when the normal run-of-the-mill tracer unit is like $65, like even for
this is not for
this is bougie.
This is bougie.
This is not for.
I want the smoke because I that's what it didn't fit in. It didn't fit in the abomination gun, the lever AR. That's
fucking
suppressor.
Christ.
It like barely fits on. It's this rear part.
Yeah.
So I in all honesty, if I was able to remove this and then like smooth it out and then you make it as a dedicated, this is what's in there. Because I think that lever action, because of the force of the air, it just would be cool with this puff of smoke.
Oh, it would be.
Because
it's also the most over volume gas gun I've ever seen. But
yeah, that thing is friggin' sick. But I still can't get the solid stock from Bristol. They're waiting for a second manufacturer or whatever. I think I'm just gonna have Sinead or somebody that does 3D printing to make me a stock that's length of pull shorter, so then it's just nicer. But yeah, it's cool. Definitely look into that. They're definitely friggin' sick.
It's like Rich's new segment is just
what did he buy this week?
I know I should.
Well, because there's more. There's more.
Look, there's another one. Look, he
buys all from the USA China #1 companies.
Yes. Here's another one. T238, the speed loader, whatever the hell it is. What is that?
It's their auto loader.
The light edition.
It's cool.
I've done it. It's so far cool. The only problem is I don't like this dial. The adapter is too. Like, they went for like we're gonna be quick change and just make it like literally secure. It wiggles.
Well, it wiggles, but it also because I noticed it when I was fooling around with the gas mags. If you hold it in any way where you're putting unequal amounts of pressure on either the speed loader or the magazine, it rotates the head off. And that might just be a gas gun issue because you have to hold certain gas mags at a certain angle. But also, if you're going to advertise it works on gas guns, that probably should have been thought through.
So, how much was that?
$100?
$100.
So not bad, right? It's got a lot of functionality as well. You can literally like create 6 different presets that are like, this one's for my BPM-1 mag. This one.
It came preset to 250.
Yeah, 250, 150. I did it for 72. And then the thing is, when you load it, like I did it for my MP5 mags, is because they're 72 rounders, the recoil shock. You're able to do the offset of how many BBs are left in here. So then you get like the perfect amount. Obviously, this is not like the Odin. So it's just so far like it has been loading. It's just that one thing. There's a guy, I think he actually follows us or watched the channel. I've seen Stupid Airsoft, which is a hilarious name. It's funny that name, Stupid Airsoft. you'd think, oh man, this guy's got to be like a dick, but he's not. He's like a nice guy. So it's like it's completely opposite to what I would think of the person, you know. But yeah, he got like some kind of 3D printed thing from T238 that like keeps this from moving. But apparently there's other adapters. I'm sure Anthony saw this. If you just had it where it just stayed on, and then it's a 3D clip that just clips on. But otherwise, I kind of like the idea. It is the size of an Odin. It's actually a little bit smaller, but when it has this, it's a little bit longer, just slightly. But
it really is. It's just a battery powered Odin.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it loaded the shit out of that
MWS mag. I think for gas blow,
it just didn't like the Guns Modify PMags, which to be fair doesn't really matter to me because these have that pull the mag out anyway. But like the TM Stanag, the Classic Army Stanag, and even the KWA AUG mag, it loaded with no issue.
Yeah, EPM 1 mags, no problem. Like it just goes, and then I guess the other thing is too is like if you do get this, you're like, oh, how what happens if it jams? It has like an anti-jam thing where it vibrates back and forth, reverse. But you know, he has more of an in-depth review. There's a bunch of other people that have an in-depth review.
It's a cool product.
It's a cool product. It's definitely. I'm always having some kind of
somehow
speed loader. You know, the TM speed loader, the 450 magazine is still good, but you know.
Yeah, it's somehow niche, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great. I don't know if that's something I would buy. Right. But we were talking about for gun gamers and the police force.
That's perfect.
Like this is cheap enough and accurate enough where you could just give all your police 30 rounds or 40 rounds or 50 rounds or whatever. Or,
there's no arguing.
Right. They're just like, oh, you're going on patrol? Give me your mag. Bzz, boom. Yeah. And then you know.
Even scaled up for a game like AMS, like AMSX, if they were truly worried about people being like shitbags with the whole 60 round thing, they could just have those and do issued ammo.
And then, you know, what's cool about that, it does keep a BB counter of how many were loaded. So I don't think you can clear it from the original. Like if now this has like 400, whatever.
It's an odometer.
But if you know, okay, it was, you know, when we started loading, it's 400. And then if you start seeing that there's more, that means that like, you know.
You've been giving out quite a bit of ammo.
Yeah, I guess if that's something. But I think for that application for gun gamers might be the box one.
Or for the shop, I could start beating my employees if I see they're using too many BBs for testing guns.
Oh, there you go.
But the other thing too is you know, Gun Gamers does issued ammo.
Yeah.
So now, as opposed to just weighing it on a scale, they could just be like 200 BBs or whatever it is, right into the bag.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh shit.
So then they know that there's exactly 200 BBs in there.
Oh shit.
That works even for like MSW.
Right, that might even like speed that time up. You know, I'm sure at this point MSW is just like,
well, they have those.
It's put like a handful in or whatever.
Now
they have
those bags now that they issue out that look like MREs.
I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's gonna last.
No. Well,
I tested the BBs. I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Oh, really?
Do you think it's a lower quality BB?
I 100% believe that.
Is it an Elite Force though?
Nope.
Oh,
they're Angel Custom BBs.
Oh, I thought Elite Force was their sponsor.
Not when they moved to that. That's an Evike product. It's Angel Custom BBs. And Anthony and I both had the same results, and we both bought separate shipments of ammo. He bought some for him. I bought some for me. I have never had that much of a feeding issue with BBs before.
You know what's funny? I have all those. I have those BB. I found I'm clearing out like a lot of my airsoft stuff, and I have.
You found Falcon BBs.
Bags of BBs, and I have like 6 of those 3s of Angel Custom, and they were never that good. And basically the idea behind that, Dave, is we're just gonna try to make a Vulcan gun.
A FAR cannon.
And maybe try to use that, get a rotating barrel, right? And we were talking about for one of the Milsim days, we can either use it with that, but it may jam up the thing, but we can make it even simpler where the barrel rotates, or it looks like a minigun, but the central barrel goes out, and we put it in the downed helicopter.
Oh, jeez.
Right, and it only can move like this.
Yeah.
Right, and that's it. But like, oh man, the guy's down, and he's like trying to use this thing, and like it's gonna run out of power soon. Like he can't just go crazy. And I was thinking that would be kind of cool for a scenario. And then like, oh well, where are you gonna get BBs? Well, either an indoor field where they'll just have a ton. But I literally have tons of 3s, 3.2s, just all these BBs that I don't know what they are.
I probably have some in my shed
And
too.
just a shitload, and just all you do is you put it in the tank, and then just and
Well, like I shot that thing recently. There's one barrel that needs to be cleaned. The other 3 barrels shoot great.
oh, that thing.
Yeah, when you don't have the fucking tracer units on it because Anthony didn't do it straight.
Oh, Anthony.
That's why I'm looking at the camera.
Because there was a night where Brian.
I just want you to zoom in on my face as I like angled.
There was a night where Brian, Dylan, and I were in here, and we were talking about it because Dylan and I do want to use it for a mill someday. We do want to set it up as like a static thing.
Yeah.
And he even for Blood Diamond, the Mende tribe, he's like, I just want to put it down there on a tripod for him. I'm like, we could do that. Like that works. Brian's like, well, I don't know. I heard a bunch of people say that thing shoots like shit.
Should we bring it down?
I could bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down because that thing is so goofy with the sight. Like literally.
Which I also know that I'm not the only one that thought that way because again, rest in peace, DV8. Their minigun that's on their Humvee has the exact same red dot on there.
I think that's the appropriate red dot.
It 100% is the appropriate red dot.
I bought this red dot on AliExpress for $50, and you know what it is? It's the fucking Call of Duty Aim Sports red dot, just with bigger glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Oh, look, we got a nice spot here.
Yeah, we do have a nice spot here.
And then I got the speed up motor, so it actually shoots faster.
Yeah, but then when you do that, it's actually gonna load a BB. It's cool.
Do you want to be featured on the Zulu 24 podcast? Shoot us an email at zulu24podcast@gmail.com to get a homemade ad read by me, yours truly, Anthony, and have your company or product plugged to the most elite concentrated target consumer base that exists in all of Airsoft, which is you guys, the viewers.
But Brian, Dylan, and I were in here, and Brian's like, I don't know. I've heard a bunch of people say that thing doesn't actually work right. I'm like, no, it works. Doesn't work well, but it works. And we connected some air to it, put some BBs down the barrel, which is sketchy as fuck to do every single time.
Yeah.
And you could see like 3 of the barrels were shooting straight, and then one of them would just be like,
Do you think it's because one of them is it's hitting the adapter or something?
no, because I took them off. So the only thing that's on the end now is the actual thread adapters.
So now are all 4 barrels moving correctly or still no?
I have to disassemble it and clean the one barrel because we shot it and I'm like, this works. And even Dylan's going, that's perfect. I'm like, yeah,
No, it's great.
Let me clean the one barrel first.
It would be awesome and then you have that little rail right there. You put a basic green laser of some kind. It would be awesome for night games. It would be. I think it would be cool to mount that, and then maybe one of those whatever. Well, I always call it fart cannon, but it's a vortex gun. Basically, for anyone that doesn't know, if you just take, you've probably seen it like Novridge. A bunch of other people have done this. It's always you take a soda bottle, an air compressor or an air source, and then like some kind of trigger and a barrel out like the
Just
cap.
makes it into a hose gun.
It basically makes it into a hose gun because air is trying to leave the.
Who cares? It's shooting 500 FPS. It doesn't go straight.
Yeah, it's just like they call it a cloud gun too, vortex gun.
Just put 12s in it.
But
At that point, you might as well.
Yeah, and it literally will spread out. It would be honestly cool to put that in one of the.
Yeah, it's got to look good.
Yeah, but I think we can make it look.
I mean, this again, like I said, this works, and I have tank and a regulator. So we can do this.
And you can make it where the scenario is like, oh, you had to find the box of ammo or air, which is air tanks, something like that. That's on there. But you can make it anywhere, any type of scenario. But hold on, move the thing because that sight is so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the camera's probably not seeing it because of that.
Dude, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. It's the Aim Sports like Call of Duty red dot just flipped upside down, so the battery's down here, but the diode's still where it's supposed to be, and then it's giant glass instead. If I remember correctly, I bought 2 of them. The second one's probably still in the back.
Yeah,
because I was like, there's a high chance that one of them's not going to work.
They're going to work, yeah. But I definitely want to.
Oh, it is. It's on the M60.
Oh, that's right.
It's on the M60. Yeah. No, yeah, I did buy 2.
But yeah, I think that. So I have all those BBs to.
Yeah, we could just
donate.
Pour it in it, let it eat.
Wait, I just put. Sorry, I had to eat a pretzel, man.
Without fail.
We just traded Anthony's lip smacking for.
Sorry, I'm
Rich's.
I'm a little.
Don't worry,
hungry.
we still have you can hear my entire esophagus as I drink water.
No, I don't like it.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
Lean back.
but yeah, I definitely would like to. I think these.
Okay, that would be exorbitantly expensive to put 4 of those on there.
Yeah, but it'd be cool.
Yeah,
Provided that they all worked.
At that point, you know what I'd do I just asked, like,
Or honestly, you only need 2. You put 2 on across from it, and then 2 normal tracer units on it, because otherwise it's going to be way too much smoke.
Yeah.
it's either that or you actually, what would probably be even better is if you just get some, you have the tracer units themselves, and then you just get somebody that 3D prints, get something that it just, anytime there's, you know, the power is engaged.
Oh, like a fog machine.
It just starts.
We have a fog machine.
Yeah.
Just in case you're listening and not watching on YouTube, what we're talking about is a little minigun.
It's a classic Army M134 minigun
that we've had for quite some time.
If you've been in the shop, it sits on the top shelf.
Yeah.
I literally got it, and then I got it at like one of the, I think I got it at one of the
swap
meets for a ridiculous price. There was, and you know what's funny? There was, the next year there was guys selling a whole bunch of them. There was like 3 of them for like $300 or $250 a piece. I should have bought them, because then just have like so many for no reason. I don't know what we could just.
Well, now the problem is, so you remember Minigun guy from Iron Horse?
Yeah.
The little tiny one?
Yeah.
Now there's, oh my God, it's almost like once a week we get in the DMs. Can I use a minigun? I'm like, cool, what kind of minigun? And then they send me a link to that little tiny Wellpro one, and I'm just.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to use that here.
It's not that you're not allowed to use it here.
It's a rate of fire.
It's the rate of fire. It's kind of an exception to the rule, because technically machine guns have to have a feed tray and the miniguns
Oh, that's
don't.
what I'm saying, yeah.
But
Well,
they are belt fed.
But they are technically belt fed. But then, like, the last time I saw a dude here, like, it's this big.
I know.
It's a minigun that's
Yeah,
this
yeah,
big,
yeah.
and it only shoots 200 FPS.
So-
Why would you spend $400 on this?
There's a specific type of person that would buy that.
Yeah.
It's called a normie.
All right. What if somebody, because obviously that,
And now
that
they have a
has-
tripod version too.
Yes, the tripod version.
It's like
make
a
tracer-
camera tripod like this size,
Yes.
but then a minigun this size on it.
Yeah.
Like it's goofy.
But they do make tracers specifically for
Sure
that.
they do.
Yeah. But so
You could
here's-
probably fit the Saiga 12 tracer around the
yeah.
entire thing.
All right. So what about if somebody, obviously that's the spade grip, but I have the regular grip. What if I had that gun and then I had a backpack and I made it look like the
People have done that.
Would you be okay with that? Because I'm actually trying to like.
First off, you could not carry that gun with the ammo.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like,
if someone,
at all.
if someone
Well,
did
wasn't there this whole big thing? I remember seeing a video, like anytime you see someone shooting a minigun like that in real life where they're holding it, it's blanks.
It's got to be.
Well, it is, because like they showed a video one time they loaded 4 rounds into a live one and had someone do it. The amount of recoil from it doing that, you would just shoot and spin it to the ground. Anytime you see someone firing a minigun that they're holding, like when they're holding it, it's blanks.
I could have swore there was videos where they actually showed the person like right there, like, yeah, we were actually shooting, and they were shooting at a target. They were able to do it.
Maybe it was a 22 LR round, but like the
Or
M130,
I mean, maybe 5.56.
the M134 is chambered in 308.
I could have swore that like,
That's called Predator,
yes.
and it's fake.
No, I know that. And it's one
But
of my
like when
favorites.
you go somewhere where they have when you
what-
go somewhere and they have it like set up on the table or the counter and you can shoot it, that's live rounds.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like locked into the table,
Yeah.
like Australian style. But when someone's holding it, it's usually blanks.
So
Yeah, it would have to, like, it would just have to be. It wouldn't even matter if it was 22. Like the first burst is going to be so quick that's 100 rounds. So you're going to be like, ah, you know what I mean? Like you can muscle a 22 at full auto. That's no problem. But the surprise from that first 100 rounds that comes out in a second, like actually more than that. It's like in the first millisecond is 100 rounds.
did you ever see the guy that made the Nerf?
Yeah, so this one's
yeah.
5.56, and you can see the first couple times this guy tries to shoot it, he almost loses control of it.
That's Matt Best. Yeah, look at it. It's unwieldy.
Yeah. Like, it takes a few tries.
But he's got it propped on his leg.
Yeah.
I think, to tell you the truth, you know what's.
But the majority of the time...
Does he have a sling on that? Does he have a padded sling?
Yeah, he's got something connecting it to his hip, too.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that is Matt Best. I didn't even realize.
And you know what? I wonder if I've seen people with they actually make it like the smart gun where they have the camera the cameras.
Those are cool. Yeah.
There was a guy actually like
Yeah, when you do it like that, of course it's going to compensate.
a long time ago at like one of the first like amp, like
Swap meets.
swap meet / like convention. There was a guy. I went there, and there was a guy that had like all the Colonial Marine stuff from Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all airsoft. Like he took an MG42 and had it with the camera tripod. It's freaking sick. And he let me wear it. And I obviously did my classic like, ah! There's a picture of me like
Some things never
like
change.
that.
That is one of them.
No, yeah, definitely. 100%. I do that. You know.
But no, yeah, you can put all the theatrics into what you want, but at the end of the day, it's got to pass the rate of fire.
Yeah, and that's the hard part.
Is that what? That's I think
This one's like right on the line.
Yeah, but it would be like more of a scenario based thing.
Yeah, the other hard part is trying to get a rate of fire check on one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold real still and don't shoot the chrono.
Yeah, but I've shot a chrono.
Of course.
Yeah. Like even trying to chrono one that's stable, I've shot a chrono.
Yeah. We'd almost need one of those old school chronos where you shoot over the top of it.
Yeah, but those never. Oh, those did do rate of fire. The red paintball ones. Yeah, they did do rate of fire.
Yeah.
I mean, they also have like
Did that
gun ones too.
Yeah, they do. But does that red paintball one still exist? It's got.
Yeah, they
Because I know all the like the newer versions are like just handheld ones that you
Yeah.
put over the barrel.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, like the one Airsoft GI used to use.
Yeah. The one that they used to use here.
That's true. We used to use it here.
a lot of places used to use that.
Yeah. And it used to beep every time because I think in paintball the max was 280. Was it 280 or 380? No, 280.
Those are expensive.
And so they're programmed to beep.
Yeah,
When
it's
the-
over.
So, but the average airsoft gun shoots 350.
Yeah.
So everybody who chrono was like beep. You're like,
Yeah.
turn that shit.
Money paintball
Money paintball, dude. Hell yeah.
still has them.
Hell yeah.
They're yellow now. $500.
Really?
Wow.
I would not have guessed that at all.
No.
$500.
But I wonder if they've upped the electronics and like what they do and stuff like
I don't know.
that. Maybe
Looks
closer.
like the same tiny little LCD screen.
Yeah, but you know the nice thing about those? Like, granted, they don't work well for airsoft, but like the nice thing about those is like if you did shoot it, it would not hurt it.
Yeah, it was metal.
Yeah.
Because I remember back when, so I worked for HVA. We had the red one.
Yep.
And then HVA moved to Carmel. And when we moved to Carmel, instead of using like the chronos that we use now, they were using these.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are like paintball barrel chronos. So we could literally just hold the gun into the chrono box, put that over the top. It would read it. And then we could also take one with us on the field and literally just hold it next to someone's barrel as they were walking by.
Yeah.
It was convenient. It was nice. But also they were like really inconsistent in terms of like getting a reading. Like you had to hold it at the right angle to get it to read.
Yeah.
Well,
But
let us know in the comments if you want to see more like minigun and like Vulcan thing.
I mean, it's the
and
logical
scenarios.
next step.
Yeah, the scenario based things.
Dylan's got one. Some dudes in the Discord were asking about being UN news reporters for this Milsim Day. And I'm just like,
sure.
He wrote them an entire script. And I'm like, Dylan, I'm going to be real with you. Every time someone calls and asks, they like show up and do this for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
And then they dip and then you never see anything of it. And they're like, yeah, I'll send you the footage, man. Cause
Yeah.
like, again, I do all the videos and the photos. They're like, I'll send it to you. Like, I'll get you stuff. And if they do, which is 1 out of 10 times, it's like shaky cell phone footage of them just trying to like be involved with it. And I'm just, thank you for trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's their LARP as well. That's
Yeah.
fine, you know.
He's got this whole like 2-page Google Doc with stuff for them to do during Milsim Day. And I'm looking at him going, Dylan, you put a lot of effort into this. I don't know if
A
it's
lot
worth
more.
it.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool for them though, because they got their own little like side quests.
If they
whatever
stick
fuck.
around.
Sure, right? But maybe that'll make them stick around.
Yeah. He
And then-
laid it out for him though. He was like, you have to wear jeans. You have to wear a blue helmet. You cannot carry a gun. If we see you with a gun, we're kicking you off the field.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I was like, do it in the most professional way possible. But also I said to him, like, don't expect anything from this.
I mean, realistically, right? Like they paid the entry,
Yeah.
so
Whatever.
if they did get a,
Yeah.
I mean,
The UN. If they, in all honesty, if
Well,
they
they
were-
specifically asked to be UN news correspondents.
yeah.
So they
that
want to
doesn't-
walk around with cameras.
But that doesn't make
All right,
sense.
whatever.
Why UN doesn't have news corps?
No, it's all right. Whatever. Let them LARP.
Let them do their LARP.
Let them LARP.
Oh.
I think, dude.
I mean, if they came up with like ZNN or something like that would be kind of cool. See, ZNN.
That's kind of what we went with.
Clever.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, cool. All right, that makes sense. And then if they went out there for 20, 30 minutes during the battle, that'd be kind of cool. Like, oh man, what's happening here? And then just have
just interviewed people. Cool.
That's what they asked. I have the Discord ticket.
And look, and at the end of the day, if you're going to do that type of thing, it has to be someone that could do a very good British accent, because all the war correspondents are always British. Like, oh, I'm here on the. I'm doing like an Australian right now. I'm doing an Australian right now.
Australian, British, same thing, different.
I know. But like when
they both speak the Queen's English.
I'm here. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. I can't do it.
You need to channel your inner Margaret Thatcher.
But it makes it sound so more official. Like,
it's like the BBC.
Yeah, exactly.
So
there's been 30 days of fighting here on the front lines at.
They had asked if they
Zulu,
could be.
we're here at CQB, and it's. I'm still doing the Australian.
So I have the ticket.
Oh, didgeridoo.
They asked if they could be, neutral with no team during the next Milsim day. They have a small group of 4 people with press kits, and they want to go around and interview people and cause mild chaos if allowed.
Mild chaos. Define mild chaos, because to me that's chaos gremlin. I get to do what I want.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I would nix the mild chaos shit.
Yeah.
And be like, if you want to do news crew, be a news crew.
Yeah. So
if you're done being a news crew, come off the field, change over into kit. We'll put you on a team.
Yeah. That's totally fun. I think that's actually.
Dylan went back and forth with them. Basically, he gave them the outline of. Yep, there it is. The news correspondence document.
I mean, you could add them to the scenario.
Yeah, he called it Zulutopia.
Zulutopia.
But he gave them
CNN. My God,
he gave them a bunch of stuff to do for.
Tell him to change the CNN immediately. That has to be CNN, and I think. I mean, you could write
the hold on, the ZBC.
Yeah, the ZBC.
Or the ZZ. No, it's got to be ZBC.
It does say here, correspondents may interview players, photograph players, follow units with their permission, request access to commanders, investigate the battlefield as need be searched or questioned by players, be temporarily detained by players, be escorted away in the event of a firefight by players. And it says you are not trying to win the war. You are trying to survive long enough to tell everyone what happened.
All right, I'm not going to lie.
So Dylan gave them some stuff to do.
Cool.
But
that's kind of cool.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to do that now. I wish I could do a good British accent. I would so do that. I'd be like, I'm here on the front lawn. I can't do it. God damn it.
Yeah, see? You're out.
You need Anthony. Anthony can do it.
You're out.
But I don't know. Maybe this is like kind of when you say you're jaded to things. Like we've seen so many people try to do this before that I'm just like.
But here's the thing. Those people, if they are watching, the best thing for you to do is do 20 to 30 minutes of really good thing. And then be like, all right, we're on the high. We're good.
And on a high note. Yeah.
And then walk on the field, change your kit, and go and play.
Yeah.
And that's basically, I would suggest that.
There would be nothing worse than being interviewed by one of these people.
And getting shot.
And a frag comes out of their pocket.
We've seen airsoft photographers do that before.
They're not the first one to do anything like this.
Yeah. It's the lamest shit ever. And then all that does, because word spreads quickly, all that does is it means for that team, you are shoot on sight.
Yeah.
Well, it's shoot anyone with a camera on site, and then I'm getting lit the fuck up.
Well, what actually makes it worse is I don't like third teams unless they're very, very, very well
Don't
regulated.
be fooled. Dylan and I are thinking about a way to write a Milsim Day where it's going to be 3 teams.
I think it'd be great.
I think it'd be super fun.
I don't agree with him.
Well, what he's talking about third team is like the Chaos Gremlin team, like Blood Diamond, how we've got the
not
Mendy.
even that. No, I think of third team as like shitters that they're their own thing, and they're like in black kit or some wacky kit that like makes them far superior. You have to rein those people in, and it has to be like somewhat game staff or people you trust or whatever. 9 times out of 10 I've ever been to one, it turns into that like, oh yeah, I'm your friend, and you're like, what the fuck, guy? Like it's not, because they don't know how to act. Like there's a whole acting, being able to throttle yourself, like not to do that. I've been a third team member or third team or whatever, like role player type thing. You got to like know to have the role. Like that's the whole idea. You're really not there for your experience. You're there for the other people's experience, which is a little bit different.
That's why the Mendy tribe is basically staff and highly trusted individuals.
That's what I'm saying.
Even
it's not
during
just people
that,
walking off the thing like, oh yeah, I'm going to be Mendy tribe.
During the first meeting, because that's like for the majority of the players going to Blood Diamond, like they don't have to be involved in Discord. For the Mendy team, like they had to meet at least one of the 2 Discord meetings. And Dylan basically laid it out. He's like, if you're trying to play Airsoft, tell me now because I'll switch you to the other teams.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about like roasting a pig. And
I
like,
kind of want to do that. I didn't buy a ticket yet. I want to do that, the Menday team. When Anthony's like, oh, yeah, why don't you do that? I'm like, well, how do I do that? And I'm like, I
If someone decides they want to switch off of it or can't make it, I will let you know because we could put you onto it.
Yeah.
I literally don't even need to bring a gun. I will literally bring a megaphone.
Some of
Just
them
be like-
aren't.
and I'll just be an actor. I'll be an actor. I don't care.
Well, that's part of the requirement. Like we told everyone on the Menday team, like you have to dress appropriately, not like Christian Craighead doing fucking
high speed
shit
Yeah.
in Africa. It's tribal garments, soccer jerseys, sportswear, ripped up tattered clothing. Look like you are a civilian that is existing in a war-torn country.
Yeah.
You are not here to shoot people. You are here to look like the populace.
That's when, long time ago, I can still remember when we did the deployment.
Yeah.
So all the role players, basically one team was like paying players, right? It was their experience. The other team was free.
It was free. You just had to
free.
attend one of the 2 meetings.
You had to attend in person one of the 2 meetings. And I told them, I was like, you guys are props.
Yeah.
I was like pointing around the room, like, you're a lamp, you're a desk.
Yeah,
You're like
I
you
remember
are only there to enhance the experience of the people who paid to be here.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're not good with that, dude, I respect it. Right. Like you will get trigger time. However, you will have the following rules when you are.
Yeah.
You'll
we
be
would get
somewhat
like
throttled. You'll be
so
throttled
we would get
or let loose. You're gonna, and some people can't do that.
the majority of the game because like the way that Op 4 team was set up was every player was paired into a cell and that cell was led by a staff member. So it was Hoffman, Sean, myself. Forgot who else.
Dan Daly.
No, he was on NATO because it was.
No. Fuck.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Not this Anthony. Different Anthony.
Yeah, different Anthony. Yeah. Because he was like
he was the Sheik.
Yeah, he was the Sheik.
You all got paired with one of them, and it was like 10 to 15 role players at max per group, and you would know, like we knew as staff, this hour of the day we're active. During that time,
you're civilian.
During the rest of the time, you're a civilian. So like we would walk around and go get food and go hang out, and like we weren't supposed to have guns on us, and we didn't. But then it's also like, hey guys, we've got 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So like it's 12:30. Let's start making our way back to our campsite, go grab our guns, and now we're insurgents starting at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and from 1 to 2, you were an insurgent. You couldn't like shoot, throw your gun down, and walk away.
No, like you were
an insurgent that whole time, right?
Yeah.
And then when you weren't an insurgent, you were civilian.
All right, so this is
that
where,
whole time.
and what's funny is this is what this go back to a thing that I had a discussion with somebody. It's another rule. These things can only be used when you have a good culture of a field or staff. The third team, the chaos gremlins. You can't have that because the whole idea of airsoft is like, oh, I don't shoot you because I'm following a rule and whatever. And then if somebody breaks that, I wouldn't say it's a rule breaking, but it's like, come on, guy. It makes it sows doubt into everybody else. Like, well, what else are they not doing if they're not following a simple gentlemanly agreement?
And
are they calling their hits?
It's immersion breaking, right?
Yeah.
It's just like prime example. I don't know, fucking Milsom West at West Virginia.
Okay.
We killed some Rust 4 up on a hill. We go to search them, and these dudes have full fucking Odins of BBs.
Oh, God.
All of them.
I do remember.
Full Odins. And so we were just dumping them out like, well, this isn't a magazine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's up there.
maybe they were issued those.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And
for every member of that squad to have full fucking Odins.
It's kind of crazy.
You're like,
yeah, that's
come
like,
on.
Yeah.
And we've seen similar ones before at MSW games. Another West Virginia game. You didn't go to this one. You did. This was the super hot one.
Yes.
The hottest balls. We're not allowed to search rocks. So Friday night, we assault the shoot house. And one of my boys comes over and he's like, "Hey Jordan, I need you to take a look at this." And he's like pointing at this rock. And I'm like, "We're not allowed to search rocks. Don't search the rock." He's like, "I'm not, but look what's sticking out of the rock." And it was a
I remember that. Yes.
It was the full bottle of Elite Force 2.5s, like the 5,000 count bottle.
I don't even know if it was Elite Force. I thought it was another
No, it was
brand.
Elite Force.
I thought it was another brand.
No, it was Elite Force. I'm like, "What the fuck? Where did that come from?" And I was like, "We need cadre." And I go running for pee. And I tell him, I was like, "You need to see this rock." He's like, "We're not allowed to search rocks." I said the same thing. Just come look. And I told Connor, I'm like, "Don't let this bag fucking move." I was like, because if it moves, then we're the assholes. Don't let it move. And he's standing there holding his flashlight on, and P walks over and goes, "Oh, son of a bitch." And he goes and finds the Rust 4 cadre. He's like, "We're searching every rock now." And we left that Rust 4 PB with like 4 bottles.
Just for
that was
for
game
anybody,
issued ammo. It was just they hadn't.
We're not saying. Yeah, we're not.
That was
saying
game issued ammo. It was just the players had taken the ammo that was given to their platoon and put it in the ruck.
And you're not
supposed to.
And you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to keep it in a separate bag.
Because your ruck is considered the safe area where you're allowed to put your shit that's not going to be
personal,
sturdy.
your wallet, your cell phone,
your night vision, shit like that.
Personal things.
And that's why the moment that Connor was like, "Hey, look at this ruck,"
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. Because then for the rest of the game, we didn't need ammo. We had so much fucking ammo.
I think I remember that game because it was the first time I ever rented the Fleer Breach.
It was hot as fuck. It was like
that's right. Because I had the PCAM that had CO2s.
It was May in West Virginia. It was hot as balls. We were heat casing at night.
Oh
yeah.
You know what's funny? The few times,
you know the little fucking like truck area right outside the mountain town.
Yep.
Like the rickety shed.
Yep.
We were sleeping on the tires to stay off of the ground because the ground was hot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know what's funny? The few times I played at a really hot event, I have not heat cast. Other people have. Like I remember this one game, like in 2008, that was in Camp Landing, or but the one that I told you about, where like it was like, well, let's see, and we were in the jungle area. Like literally, it looked like something at Jurassic Park. But I had like this old Black Hawk like rifleman rig, which I wish I still fucking had. I should have never sold it. It was the Molly one, and I had a saw. And I remember Tony Baloney, he heat cast, and he's like super physically fit.
Yeah.
And him, a bunch of other people, and I was totally fine. And then that May game, I was fine. I was okay with heat. Surprisingly enough, you'd think that I'd be like, because I was a fatso, I'd be all right. But I was fine because I guess because I worked out like outside in the heat all the time.
Yeah.
The only thing that ever changed my temperature tolerance was one of the Shelbys.
Where it was cold as fuck.
Where it was super cold.
Yeah.
And I slept on
Was this the one you blew your hand off at, or the one before?
No, after. It was after.
It was the insurgency game.
No. It was one where it was a force on force, but it's the one where I took the ML36 and I legitimately was confirmed. I shot not a fate round, but one of those, the Archangel impacts. 320 meters into a window. I actually got it, and they were all sleeping. Like I cannot believe I fired that.
I thought after the Shelby that you blew your hand up at.
Yeah,
I think they only did insurgency games there after that.
No, they did one more.
Did they?
They did one more force on force, and I remember that, and I was like,
because I did all the insurgency games.
Yes, there was this one. You didn't.
Was that the one where it was in like November?
It was very
Okay.
It was November,
right.
almost at the tail end. Like and it was super cold. It got cold, and ever since then, my tolerance for cold like switched off. It was horrendous. I was like,
oh, you should have been in West Virginia for.
Yeah, well, I would have, but like me, I don't.
That was cold.
Show up to games.
I've seen the Gambit at Panthera. I've seen where it's like mildly perfect, like the game that we went to the first time.
The high speed militia.
High speed militia,
good.
where the temperature was just perfect the whole time. The next one was hot as balls. The one following that was so cold that we were boiling water to stay warm. Like,
guys hated that. Guys were so upset about the high speed militia. I don't care about that. I understand why, because you don't.
I'm the thumbnail to that jet video.
Yeah, I don't. It's just what it is.
I had my bag feet in that video.
Yeah. And I was like,
I have my critiques for Jet about that video, but I'm not mad that we did.
That game was extremely violent, which I was because that was when I had the tag and launcher.
You guys were on NATO.
The Germans.
You guys had the rocket.
We had the rocket. We had the AT-4.
You guys were firing at the mound. That we were using. The Germans were using drones. and they would go out, and I remember a couple of the guys.
Oh, don't worry, we were too.
One of the cadre was like, I don't know if we could shoot a guy that far. I'm like, well, how far is it? And I had the little golf thing, and then we confirmed it with the drone that the guys were like out by the mountain. I'm like, all right, I think I could hit it. And I went boom, and it was like first round impact, and people were like, this is fucking awesome. And we were in that shoot house in the town.
Yeah, because I remember like right toward like the last half hour of the game, we went to breach that house, and you guys did the fucking PKM with the string thing, and I
that was Morgan on the downstairs.
Yeah.
I was on the top floor, and I was fighting both Ronan and Jet. So Jet going through the window several times,
and Ronan coming up the stairs.
And I'm literally, dude. Let me tell you, I got killed once by one of them, and then I got healed. But I was in such a position that legitimately, when they saw afterwards where I was, they were like, yeah, I get it. I was like
yeah, you were dug deep into that corner.
And grenades were they weren't rolling in enough. But there was one point where by accident, I think I fucking jammed my barrel and I almost shot Jet like right in the fucking face. I was like, whoa, shit.
Yeah.
But like, it was crazy. That game was, and then I think I finally got murked by Ronan. He ran in because there was guys at the window, and it was only me. It was me and like two other guys downstairs, and it was fucking. That game was violent. That game was super violent, and I love that shit. I'm like, whatever. And afterwards, we're like, dude, that was crazy. That was the most violent thing ever.
Well, it was like
as long as you can shut that off. Like if you get butthurt after that, like dude, like I always look at it with something like that is.
We're giving away a free season pass. That's right. 1 full year of all the benefits of a season pass at Zulu 24. That is
Zulu 24 clip of the month. Get on in the Discord. There's a channel set up for it. Put your clips in there that you have captured from Zulu Ops, open plays, whatever. We'll vote on it. There are 12 months in a year, last time I checked. So there are 12 different patches you could win if you win the clip of the month. Here's the best part. Collect all 12, like the Infinity Stones from those movies that I don't watch, and you get a free season pass.
You get in the Discord, you put your clip in the channel for the clip of the month. All you have to do is upload beautiful gameplay footage.
Sounds like a good deal to me. Get on in our Discord. Have fun, guys.
Imagine if that was real. We would all be dead. This sucks, and I hate this. That's why every time I play Airsoft, if it's something like that violent, I go, thank God that was not real, because and usually it's even more extreme than even being real, because it would be like you already got healed and you're still like up and stuff.
Well, I remember looking at it because I saw Morgan on the first floor with the PKM and the fucking string.
And they measured.
There's a 50-foot piece of paracord.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I have one. And I'm just like,
and both Josh measured it out. It was 50.
Yeah. And I saw it and I'm like, okay. And I just walked away from the building. I'm like, I have a blank fire rifle and a Tokyo Marui 226. What am I going to do? Fire the AT4 down the fucking hallway? You can keep the building.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been friggin' nuts. But there's the video,
I wasn't going to do that.
The video of some Russian green bean guy. They actually put it on in the group chat the other day. It's some guy going, fuck you, NATO, and he like goes in and he just gets murked. And it's first person. It's actually the weirdest view. It's like a view where it's first person, and then like it flips over to the guy getting hit, and then it's Morgan going, yeah, fuck you, Rush War, or something like that. Fuck you, fuck you,
That's
whatever.
the same game where,
and literally it's like such a famous thing, because he literally was like, yeah, I'm gonna be gung ho and go in there, and just gets fucking destroyed.
yeah, you get turned into Swiss cheese. This is also the game I found out that the airframe's not always the best helmet to wear, because Connor died in the fucking doorway of the second floor where you guys were. Somebody threw a tag grenade, and the explosion, it landed right, like he was dead on the ground. This is in the Jet video. He's dead on the ground. The grenade lands right behind his helmet. The flash from the tag goes through the vent on the top of the airframe.
Oh, shit.
Burns his eyebrows off.
What?
And it singed the top of his eyebrow. He walks, my bad. He walks out of the building. He comes over. He's like, all right, on the real, like, are my eyebrows still there? I go, your wife's going to be pissed.
Oh, shit. But that game, what was it? I think that was the same game that you guys left the town.
Yep. This is what caused the fuck up. Yep.
And we did the most perfect assault of several
because it was
groups
supposed to be militia Rust 4 defending and NATO attacking the town.
Yeah.
And because we all left and went to go take the shoot house because we're like, oh, that's funny. That's ours now. You guys rotated around us and took the whole town.
Maneuver, and we did assault ladders, and we assaulted several things, and we're like, clear. It was like to a T, several groups. It was BDG, some other like random NATOs, German, us, the Grommets, a whole bunch of group. It honestly was.
It was textbook.
Textbook, no shooting. I think some people did shoot, but like they thought they saw a body, but it was.
Oh,
like,
don't be fooled! I've shot one of the medical dummies inside a Panther.
I think it was that, but literally, I don't think I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe nobody fired because I could have sworn no one.
If no one got scared by that dummy in the middle building, I'm shocked.
Super silent, and then we're like, dude, these guys aren't here. What the fuck? And we're like, dude, we're gonna. And I remember they were all talking about maybe we should go, and I'm like, we should stay here. Like everyone's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And then we stayed there, and it was the best because, dude, when the Germans brought out the drone, I'm like, dude, what? And they're flying it around. They're like, yeah, this is the thermal drone. It was like one of the first DJIs or whatever.
The thermal.
And then I had the ML36, and I brought a lot of rounds. I think at that point, I think I brought like 100, 150 because I used a lot.
Yeah.
And that, dude.
I remember this Saturday morning, like 11 a.m. We sent some dudes because we had just taken up camp up in the hills.
Yeah.
And we'd sent some dudes over towards that farmhouse. And I just get a phone call and they're like, I don't mean to alarm anyone. NATO's in our parking lot. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah. And they send me a photo and they're like, NATO is all over the town. I'm like, what the? How did they get there? Who let that happen? And it turned out Russ 4 had left.
We went a long way. We went like all the way around, like by the upper field. We were surprised that we didn't get. We legitimately thought when we got in the buildings that it's funny. I forget who I was talking to. Like when we were first saw it, I'm like, dude, we're gonna fuck people up right now. It's gonna be full auto nuts. Because we didn't see any lights. We thought everyone was gonna be asleep, and it was gonna just be like guys waking up, just being like, ah! And it was just gonna be like people just barrel the beefing each other. Nothing. Like, oh god,
it was a great game.
It was great.
It was a great MSW.
It was a
game.
great MSW game because people were just being.
But that's a great example of when MSW goes off the script because that was not how that game was supposed to go.
And that was great because then the fight for the town was very, very, very difficult. That end of that game was seriously like fucking violent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fun. But you know, down memory lane.
Yeah. I was 2017.
No shit. There I was.
Yeah, right.
No bleeps yet.
I had one in the beginning.
Well, you brought up something interesting, right? And we were going to talk about this 2 podcasts in a row, but they were like, we'll wait till Richie gets here, right?
Yeah.
The Germans were using
the thermal
drone, right?
Yeah.
So thermals in airsoft.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Do thermals have a place in airsoft? And if they do, where? What is their place in airsoft? And I only bring this up because of the effective range
of most BB Gats.
Of all BB Gats.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, when you introduce an ML36 or an AT4.
It's not a BB Gat, right?
Yeah.
Most airsoft guns, I'll even say 300 feet, right?
Yeah,
like that's
feet.
fair.
That's average these days.
Nah, 300 feet's pretty fucking far, man. It's 100 yards. That's fucking far, right? So like most guns are shooting under that. There are some that can shoot that and a little over, right? Do thermals give you too much information? Do they affect the game in such a way that it's almost like cheating in a video game? I'm not saying thermals are cheating, but I am saying that they give you more information than everybody can have.
Time and place where they were wall hacks here.
So there's such a funny thing. My friend Stu, one time I was doing militia and I was rolling with the guys, I think 313, Ryan
Bowers
part of them. Yeah, they were great. And we did militia at one of the ball cars. I forget. It's called ball car, but it was the place where
it was Cove.
Yeah, no, where the
was it?
Where it used it was a mining. It used to be a mining thing, and then the guy bought it. It was an old mining.
Well, ball cars had 2 AOs. Was it the one in Virginia or the one in PA?
PA.
Okay, so that's the one they're currently using.
Yeah, the one that has like the big hill and then it's flat at the top. Yeah. So, and I remember they were like, all right, well, we're militia, so you can use NATO weapons.
We were also on militia that game,
and that's no, you guys weren't. That was the game that you guys flip flopped. No.
This was the game that GMR was on NATO and all of the Zulu dudes were on militia because we brought like 25, 30 dudes.
I wasn't at that one. There's a different one. Because he didn't too. But so Stu goes, you are the definition of pay to win, Rich. And he is right, because I had the SR25 that Anthony had just built that was like super accurate with the clip-on thermal, my FLIR breach, my PVS 14, and all the grenades. Like I'll bring as many as humanly possible. And it made me laugh because everyone always says that. For a game like that, it's okay. I would say at a local field, if I'm the only one with the thermal or there's no other thermals, I see where it is like curb stomp. I definitely would say, like, I don't use my clip-on thermal all the time. I actually rarely use it because it's overkill and it only works for certain guns. So I use my FLIR breach, which does give me information, but I mean, yes, it does extend. I could see like that, but it's not as good as like some of these other thermals now. Like it's definitely like lower in technology as far as that.
So I feel like I've played one event, not here, not one of ours, with a thermal.
Wasn't it a Grimnir game?
It was a Grimnir game.
Yeah.
And I still have that thermal. And I hated it. It was like, granted, now we have to take into account AO, sight lines, shit like that. Obviously, thermals can't really see through trees or buildings or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But at this particular game, from where we were, I could see basically their patrol base. And
was this Benghazi?
No. This was it was a Grimnir game.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a very, very good game.
Yeah.
But I stopped using the thermal because I was like, it took all the guesswork out. Yeah, look, okay, real warfare, fuck. I pull up the thermals and I see their PB. I can open fire on their PB. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
But because it's airsoft and because I'm here to have a good time and I want everybody else to have a good time, and I'm not here for a curb stomp. I want to fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I was literally like, there's one guy getting out of his sleeping bag. Okay, there's 12 guys. Okay, 12 guys are getting up. Looks like they're going to do something. Okay, they're going to be out on the road. Okay, they're going to be here in fucking 10 minutes. And so, and by the time these guys had rubbed the crusties out of their fucking eyes, we had a fire team set up on the side of the road because of the information given, and they were wiped out. And it was just like, oh, cool. That was neat. It was so lame. And I was like, I don't want to use it. I'll stick with night vision. Night vision is definitely a superpower in the dark, but it's not perfect. Camouflage still works.
I think night vision personally is kind of a safety thing because I've played games where out in the woods where there is no, back in the day, like so many years ago, almost 20 years ago, where it was nighttime. We played it. I couldn't see in front of there was no moonlight. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking impale myself. Yeah. I'm going to drop. I'm going to get, no thanks. So night vision, yes, you're right. You don't see contrast, whatever. But now the thing is, so many people have night vision that everybody's the same. And what's kind of interesting now,
it actually almost makes the fight more fun sometimes.
Yeah, because people aren't afraid to go out at night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So there's more action happening.
I think when thermals were first introduced, there was a little bit of that where like, oh man, but now thermals have become so prevalent that now there's a whole like thing to be like, oh, maybe fighting in the day is a little better. And thermals do work during the day, like they're still effective. But the problem is you still have to like differentiate. Oh, is that a person or not? You still have to be thinking. It's not like an all end all be all. I totally get it with like limiting it for. I can understand for like night games here, maybe not having thermal. I can understand that, but like if a bunch of people have it, then it's not a big deal. If it's one guy, then yes. But then you know what? The one guy may suck. He may actually be but he may have all the cool toys, but he literally gets shot instantaneously.
But he's got a mouth, right?
Yeah,
he's the intel guy. I think this is obviously heavily. Actually, I take that back. Even on large AOs like Milsom West, 1,000 acres or whatever the fuck. Like I still think
It makes it cheesy because the range of the
because you can't engage at the range that you can see, right? Like
so now if airsoft guns could magically engage at those distances,
it'd be better.
Then you'd have no problem with.
So let's just play with.
I'd still have problems with it, but like
okay,
I'm just saying from a gameplay perspective, is it more fun to be on watch at 3 a.m. with your night vision or whatever, trying, bobbing for cock, trying to stay awake, whatever the fuck, right? And then all of a sudden you look up and out of the tree line comes 4 silhouettes. Yeah. And then a firefight starts in BB gun range. Or is it more fun to be staring out with your thermal and going, oh, a quarter mile that way, there's a platoon coming. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, which one, to me, it's more fun to have that fight up close because everybody can engage. It's more intense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you're still not shooting at them.
I guess at the end.
Through the thermals, no. Yeah. But I'm saying when those 4 guys break the tree line and they're on line coming towards you, like, that's a better firefight than saying, oh, I see them. Yeah. Hold on, let me wake everybody.
I guess in the sense that you could, depending on the level of game, having like a drone, having some idea of like how to approach that becomes like an actual like using micro terrain and all these other things and like dense tree cover and not going on, the middle of the street or something like that. Like, T posing, you know what I mean? I get that. Like,
I've grown.
And I'm not against it either. I agree with you. Like when it's, when it's overpowered. I get it.
Like I'm actually okay with it being a company level asset. Yeah. Like, hey, because you accomplished this, insert random task here. You've got 20 minutes with the drone to get intel, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with that. But like the fact that, because I felt like this a couple of years ago, it's probably not the case anymore, but like I felt like thermals were on that precipice that night vision had already crossed, where if we let it go any further, it's just going to be the new reality. You know what I mean? And I think we're already into that.
Yeah, we're done.
I think thermals are here to stay. I don't.
No.
And I'm not advocating for anybody to ban thermals or whatever. Yeah. It's just an interesting topic, because I feel like if I'm using thermals, it's taking away from my experience, right? I'm not thinking like, oh, thermals are OP, you can just shoot everybody, whatever. Like, it's not fun for me.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, to have too much information. You know what I mean? It's like being able to see through walls and know
there was
exactly
a point in time where with my thermal, like I could, because of the wood buildings in CPA and the gaps between them. I'm like, there's a dude on the other side of the wall. Like I can see it. Yeah. But it's also part of I've grown to hate my clip-on, at least for playing here.
That's what I said. I don't use it. I don't use it that much, except
too much information.
Well, for playing here, because of the same reasons, where you're like, oh, you have all this range. Airsoft happens too fast here. For that to even be beneficial. Yeah. Now, I can throw it in front of a Spectre DR and have a 1 magnification, and it's fine. And like I can kind of use it. But now, again, that's me rotating my nod out of the way to actually be able to aim through my thermal, or I found a way to do both at the same time. But Airsoft is still happening too fast. Yeah. At a game like MSW, where we're in a woods ball game and we are worrying about, is that dude maneuvering on us from scanning, half a mile away, I can get the information that I want and need in that moment. But for playing here,
I think a lot of people also tunnel vision too. With it too, they think it is a superpower, and then they don't realize, no, man, that's just a rock. Or the person's there.
That's happened.
People think it's like they've sighted in the thermal, and it's not.
Well, like I literally pulling watch at Ballcar one time was like, I see a heat signature out there. And there's the whole reason why with my thermal I have the flip to side, because I don't always want it. But I'm like, I'm seeing a heat signature out there, and we sent a group of 4 dudes out there to look at it, and what it was seeing was I was looking at someone's pile of shit. I had been looking at it through the thermal for the last 30 minutes going, I'm either tired or I don't know. It looks like it's moving. Turns out I was tired. It wasn't moving, but I'm looking at it with the thermal because we're on that ridge and it's a Y intersection. And it's like, they can either come this way or they can come this way. And I can clearly see there's no one coming this way, but through those trees, I see a heat signature. And I don't know if it's fucking moving, but I see it. So we walk out via radio, this group of 4 dudes, and we're like, you're right on top of them. And they're looking down. They're like, there's a pile of shit here. And it turned out some dude in the PB went out there and took shit. But so like that's a moment where you get too much info. But at the same time, when we're running a group of 6 to 10 dudes to go do some kind of night patrol, you pull the thermal up real quick and go, oh, fuck, there's a group of 40 dudes about to get the jump on us. We got to move. It does help in those large scale environments like MSW. But for playing here, honestly speaking, if I wanted to use a thermal all the time playing here, I wouldn't even own a clip-on. I would own a Cody.
Yeah.
And it would be simply to see through the fucking windows in CQB at night.
Yeah.
Because I funny story about Little Dave. Little Dave dropped his PVS 31s with his Cody on it one night. He was running across the street in CQB through the slums, and it just fucking flew off of his helmet. And I walked over, I was like, these are mine now. And he's like, can I have my nods back? I'm like, you dropped them. I was like, these are mine. And
Battlefield pickup.
Yeah, Battlefield pickup. And I'm walking around with the Cody going, oh, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah.
Like I could see through the curtains, and I'm like,
I think there's a certain level of unknowing that adds to the experience. And I feel like when you put thermals into the mix, that level of unknowing goes away.
yeah.
And again, that's why I don't use them. I played that whole lot with that with that thermal, and I was just like, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's not fun for me. I don't want to win like that.
Yeah.
You know, actually, the winning is not even really important to me anymore. It's more the experience. And if the experience is, oh, there's a guy, bang, 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 I can do that in my backyard.
Seeing the systems that are coming out, like the Codys are getting smaller and they're getting cheaper.
Yeah.
And those Hollow Sun Red Dots that are thermals.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cost affordable. Those to me are better suited for airsoft because also the range on them is not thousands of feet. Like we joked around the first night I had
more for scanning, and then still when people get up close, once they get into BB range, unless you can somehow take a machine gun and take out 40 dudes in a line, it's still you.
Yeah, thermal doesn't make you invincible.
Yeah, but I get it. I get it for like the overkill factor, and what's funny is this is very similar to my night vision experience because I didn't have night vision until I did like an MSW, and that was it. I never had night vision for most of my airsoft time playing at all these big mount sites. I never needed it. It was the street lights were enough, the lighting was enough, a flashlight, surprisingly enough. Even being in the dark was all right. In actual woods where it's like no moonlight, that's where I'm like, am I gonna,
I can't see my fucking hands.
Yeah, am I gonna draw? Not enough carrots. But I always felt like I didn't need it. But then once I did MSW with, like Woods Ball, I guess you'd call it, and all that, I was like, I kind of need that because you're in 40 hours.
I could not imagine doing an MSW without nods.
Yeah, now you could. You could do it at
your eyes adjust pretty well.
You could do it at a mount site.
Yeah.
Well, no, let me rephrase that. I could not imagine doing an MSW and wanting to do the kind of stuff we do at night.
That's what I mean. You would probably go out on like one patrol, come back and go to sleep.
Yeah. I wouldn't want that.
Like just let all
or
the
just
guys
chill there and be like, oh God, what is that? Ah!
You just hear noises.
Every time you hear a bush move, you shoot it.
Dude, so like one of the last things you do in the School of Infantry, right? They take, no, this was in boot camp. I take that back. You spend like a week out in this training area. And one of the exercises that you do, it's in boot camp, mind you. So this is basic level shit, right? You are laying in the prone in the darkest patch of woods you've ever fucking seen in your whole life. You're just supposed to sit there and shut the fuck up, right? It's you and your whole squad. And then there's these random sounds that'll happen, like an AK being racked or a magazine being inserted or whatever. So when you said that, it just reminded me of that. Like some kid just like sitting at a bush, hearing it. You know how squirrels sound like Sasquatch when they walk through the woods? Yeah. It's like hearing that all around them. Like
But that's how I feel like with when everybody wanted to get sleeping bag kills. I understood the concept of that, but but now I'm telling you, I think it's shifted a lot from what I've heard with a lot of guys have been going. That the night is not as like owning the night anymore because everyone has all this technology and it really is effective.
Yeah.
But during the day, your night vision isn't whatever, and then your thermal, yes, you can use it for certain things, but you have to get it's kind of like what is it what fighter pilots talk about? Get your head out of get your head out of the cockpit. Yeah. It almost is a cockpit. It has all the information, right? All the missile sensors and radar and all that. No, you need to get out because now the enemy is close, and now you got to see where they're maneuvering because it's too tunnel vision.
Yeah, it's too tunnel
much information. So I get what you're talking about with the thermal. It makes sense. Now I think on a personal level, I can see somebody, but getting rid of it it's
too far now. Yeah, it's too far.
And there's so many like people using it. Like even even the Europeans are using it, like in airsoft. Like,
night vision has come a fucking long way in Europe too.
Yeah, what you see when it takes off in Europe, it's got a firm grasp.
And especially the thermal is.
Well, thermal was there first because a lot of them were made overseas, so they could get access to them.
Yeah.
Night vision for a long time was ITAR, like US only. You would see every now and then. But like we were talking to the New Zealand dudes, special effects, they have night vision rentals at their New Zealand airsoft games. And we're just like,
yeah, right.
Yeah,
that'd be that'd be really interesting to go down there at one point.
I really want to.
That'd be kind of cool. I would do that.
The flight is $1,600.
Shit.
Yeah, but that's like a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
You go there for the game with that. That'd be kind of cool. And maybe we
we can
up a
fund it with Patreon.
Patreon and selling feet pics. Selling my feet pics.
Well, we could sell Anthony's brown toes.
Oh God,
he legitimately had brown toes. This thing.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen them, so I don't know.
No, well, last week like his shoes were Vans and they got wet, so like the dye off of the Vans ran and it made his toes actually brown. So for once, in the reality of man, Anthony finally had brown toes.
Oh, God.
That's how you know God has a sense of humor.
Yes.
But anyway, put in the comments down below. Thermal's good, thermal's bad. What are your experiences with thermals?
Yeah, I'd be curious what people's thoughts are. Helmet mounted, clip on, what they think. Is it overpowering? Is it maybe some people still get the jump? Look, people still get the jump on people that have night vision. If you're a good player, that's
again, that's because night vision's not perfect. Thermal, it's like I can see you.
It's pretty perfect.
It's pretty perfect.
Yeah, pretty perfect. I mean, even like some of the
bullshit thermals.
Well, not only that, but like some of the products that have come out recently, also like guys wearing ghillie tops or whatever, like that definitely breaks up the signature. But it's still like there's still a dude standing there with a fucking like it's.
And there are some things that. So I have an instance from the Gun Gamers one where you realize, and actually one happened to us while we were at that MSW game. We were talking about the hottest balls one.
Yeah.
At Gun Gamers, when we all got fucking baptized into being part of the militia and we were like, all right, put your kits on. We're like, cool. We didn't bring thermals. We were like, we'll bring our nods. All of a sudden, we're taking super accurate fire out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And we're inside of buildings. So like when I cross the window that has two curtains in front of me, and the moment I cross it, the BBs come through the window, I'm like, that's a fucking thermal.
Yeah.
I can't see him, except for he's got the brightness cranked all the way up on his thermal so he can see all the detail. And I'm like, there you are. And you can lay accurate fire back. But that's a one-off situation of someone where they didn't realize how to have their shit set up. In the same way that at that super hot MSW, I don't know if you went with us on that meandering walk at 2 a.m. through the open field with all the cattle stuff.
Yes.
We like,
and I got mad. I went, why are we doing this?
Yep, I do remember this now.
And I literally said that. I said, why don't we just direct assault? I'm always about direct
assault. And then we
assault.
ended up doing that.
You know me. I am not about Vision Quest. I'm sorry.
We were on a Vision
Everyone
Quest.
loves Vision Quest. I go, 99% of the time, if you just assault, scream and yell, and act like a complete and utter fucking violent individual, people just go, ah!
In this case, Rich was correct. It worked. Because we tried to do a Vision Quest where we walked through this big open field at Panthera in front of the mountain.
Over barbed wire, by the way.
Over barbed wire.
Barbed wire. I ripped my pants. I was like, motherfucker.
And then we got down into this defilade. But
micro terrain.
Yeah, in this defilade
micro
terrain that we were navigating, every time we would poke our heads up out of it, all of a sudden this giant spotlight would just immediately find us and fucking nail us. And we'd hear them yell, and they're like, they're right there. And we're like, what the fuck?
Yes, it was one of the few times that one of the Rust 4 guys, it was one of the first times that anyone really had thermal.
Right. So
except us, we had like FLIR breaches, but it was so hot that I realized that we were getting some false positives.
Right. So Periano just makes the call. He's like, hey, look, we're just going to go back. This isn't going to work. They fucking see us. And we all meander back through, go back to our PB. And he's like, so what did we learn? And everyone's sitting there like, well, how the fuck did they see us? And he goes, they had a thermal. So every time we poked our heads up out of that terrain, they immediately called.
And it was really open terrain. We should have went really deep and over. Or, my personal opinion, we never
hated that part of
we
the
never
quest.
We never would have went that way. I would have just said, you know what? There's 4 of us. Fuck it. Just run across and throw tons of grenades and smoke and
that's what we ended up doing. And it
Richie was a Russian commander in his past life.
Basically.
He was General Zhukov.
I am Polish, so that kind of makes sense. I'm it does make sense.
I saw something interesting too. Kicking Mustang actually pretty recently here, taking into account thermals, and this is going to sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he modified an umbrella
Yes, I saw
So
that.
he put an umbrella, cut a little window in it, and then cammie the umbrella out.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's really he's thinking with his brain, right? Like you have to get away from your body, because even the leaf suits and all this shit, eventually it'll warm up and you'll be a heat signature. But if you keep it away,
but it's also not every umbrella, because Falcon Claw, that's the name. He does a bunch of videos online.
Yeah, Falcon Claw is very good.
He's super knowledgeable. I think he's from Estonia. He does a lot of night vision and thermal stuff, but he will take all of the stupid bullshit comments online and be like, let's just test them.
Yeah.
So he's got a couple videos where people are like, oh, you should just use an umbrella. And he goes, some umbrellas work, some umbrellas don't.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's like the plastic, like cheapy ones that are kind of translucent. You can see straight through them. And he literally is like, opens it up and he's like, you can still see me. Still see me.
that's funny.
They actually just made a PTT that like literally works with everything. It's a push to talk that works with every radio headset imaginable and has a microphone on it. So if you have a headset that doesn't have it, actually like is a better.
He's pretty slick.
It's a better Disco
Disco 32.
Yeah, and like way cheaper, and you can plug in your Attacker into it, and you can actually have it where, let's say if you had waypoints, like, oh, you're at 1.1, it'll go through your headset, like you're at waypoint 1.
Oh, that's funny.
You marked areas, you can do that, so that's kind of cool.
Again, a little much for Airsoft, but super cool.
Yeah. I mean, you could. Well, actually, what they were saying, I guess for that, if you could with the Ares Alpha, you could have like alert messages from command, be like, hey, they're taking point A, and everyone hears in their headset, they're taking point A. Oh, we got to go back.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Just on the Ares side, I don't think it would work.
No,
Because all
I
of that
guess
stuff comes up
But something, what I'm saying is like in future developments, either that or some other attacker, having the alert where it's like very easy and fast.
Yeah. Could be cool.
I've never heard anybody call ATAC attacker.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm just letting it.
I
know.
call it attacker.
I let it ride.
Yeah, I call it attacker because I just say whatever the fuck I want. That's basically it.
Everybody understands what Rich is trying to say.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know what's happening.
Same, but different.
But yeah, they did the umbrella. That's cool. But and then the other guy, Captain Airsoft. I was.
He was commenting on the post.
Yeah, I was talking to him a little bit, and he was interested in maybe doing an interview of some kind. So I don't know.
Here's the issue, right?
I want him to come here.
Like Kicking Mustang, Captain America.
Now you did it. Now you did it.
Yeah, guess what?
Captain-
You're Captain America now.
Captain Airsoft. Josh Warren. Well,
Working on Josh Warren.
yeah. The quality is just so much better
If they're here.
and I get it. They're across the pond or whatever. You know, I mean, we've done it in the
skipping
past.
BBs.
Skipping BBs, right? Like we've done it in the past with Jono and Jono.
Yeah.
And it worked well. It's all right.
okay.
It's all right. But like the sound quality,
That was
the video quality, like it's just not the same. It's not the same when you're sitting right here, right? It's just not the same. There's just like I almost said microaggressions. There's like micro body language that you can only really pick up when you're close. Like it's more intimate, and I like it better that way.
You heard it here first. Dave likes to be intimate.
That's it.
But I wouldn't mind seeing, because I think with his setup, maybe Mustangs and other people, they have like really high end internet connections. And I mean, look,
One of my favorite podcasts that I listen to is actually a Tarkov podcast, but they do it through that. They do it through their streaming equipment. They're not in the same room or whatever the fuck. And it's very close.
Yeah.
If I switch between like micro sitting down with somebody and then to them, I can tell the difference. But if you just picked it up, you couldn't really tell it. Like it's pretty good. But also their shit is like fucking hyper high end. That's what they do. They're both streamers.
So would it be very difficult to do that with this setup? And then he's like, well, we'd have to have a TV or a laptop.
So
yeah, that's what we did.
What we did with Jono and Jono was have them
Go buy some merch. Head on over to Zulu24.square.site. Pick up a t-shirt, a hoodie, a summer hoodie. We've even got shoes on there. Heck, you never know. You know what I mean? Buy one for your grandmother. She'll love you forever. Maybe put you back in the wheel. Anyway, get on over there. Check out our merch. It's always changing. Zulu24.square.site. And look for the little merch tab.
in that exact way. And they had a guy on their end that also does like audio video stuff, but it wasn't the same quality. And then we were using Riverside, and we ended up using the footage of them from Riverside because they just sent us audio files and the audio didn't quite match up perfectly. Mm-hmm. So it was like hyper not great.
Yeah.
Like you would have to have just as we have a team on this end, they would have to have a team on that end. We record the
podcast,
and then whoever's going to do the editing receives all the native stuff.
Yeah, and then I could do it, and I could pull it off, and it would be exactly what you're expecting it to be.
Anybody in the comments, if you don't mind, maybe a lower quality of footage or whatever.
Well, it's not about being okay with it. It's just the fact that it's how we want to do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that's okay. So I could be wrong. I think that's one thing that kind of sets this apart.
Yeah.
Is that we try to have people in house.
Yeah, that's true.
And there are a lot of, not a lot. There's a handful of Airsoft podcasts, but they're all virtual. And it's like, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
And we're finally at a point where we're gaining that traction. Like the average episode on YouTube is somewhere between 500 to 700, maybe 900 views with the outsider of like the Me Canyon episode. But then we're averaging the same 500 to 700 views on Spotify. So it's like every week there's 1,400 at most people listening to this. They're expecting this quality.
Yeah.
And we want to keep doing this quality. It's just the issue of if we want to have people like that on. Now, Kicking Mustang is a little different because he keeps saying to me, I want to find a reason to come to the U.S. I'm going to come to the U.S. Like, so next time he's here, we'll have him.
You bring Captain America,
Captain Airsoft,
Captain English. Actually, he would he would be Captain Britain. That's legitimately Captain American equivalent of Captain Britain is an actual.
They have their own superhero.
That's a comic book hero. Yeah. I don't think he has.
Did they really make it Captain British?
Yeah, no, Captain Britain. He's
Captain Britain.
Yeah,
that doesn't roll off the tongue.
He's not the same.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the same power set as Captain America. I think
Does he just have a bunch?
There you go. Second bleep. Second bleep.
Does he have?
That was so good. We have to believe that. That was so good, though.
Oh yeah, his powers originally came from a mystical artifacts, the Amulet of Right. Because it's
the Amulet of Right. What about the Amulet of Left
or Wrong?
Of Merlin. He possesses flying brick abilities, including super strength, flight, enhanced durability, and.
What does that have to do?
Did you say flying brick?
Yeah. What does that have to do with bricks?
It just says that he possesses flying brick abilities.
Oh my God! There's this short. Okay, so there's a short that Edgar sent me one time, and I was crying on the floor like for hours watching this thing. And it's a wizard and like a kid, and they're hiding behind this big boulder, and in front of them is a bridge with like a troll on it. And so Merlin's like, I'll have to use one of the oldest spells I know or whatever. And he goes, magic brick. And he throws a brick and it hits the fucking guy and he falls over. But it's done in it's a cartoon, but it's like really, it's like almost like Bob's Burgers. Like, it's kind of like that. And dude, magic brick, dude.
No.
I mean, I'll have to find that.
I mean, if you were able to get them to come here, that'd be awesome. But I think the audience and I think our the true fans wouldn't mind.
I don't think they would either.
An interview where it literally is a legitimate logistical nightmare to get them. And
but if there's a doorway of a possibility to where we could have them in person, I'd like to explore that first.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Again, Captain Airsoft might be harder.
This is it. This is
found that fast.
I will send it to you. It's apparently pretty viral. Hold on.
Dad, there's an orc guarding the bridge. Worry not, my friend, for my magic will send him running back to the Darklands. You won't fool him, you see. He's wearing one of Wormthal's amulets. Your magic would bounce right off of it. Then perhaps I'll have to use one of the oldest spells ever crafted. Magician's brick.
Magician's brick.
Please send
is that a real? Oh wait, is that it? As
no, that's a different one.
Oh, I thought that was it in live action or something like that.
No, dude, Magician's brick.
I mean, there's probably some games that because I think they know each other or something like that. I just saw his most recent.
Kicking Mustang and Captain Airsoft?
Yeah, the Captain.
Oh yeah, I think
Captain Airsoft.
I think they know each other.
He just did another video where he showed off.
He's kind of like gillied up in that one.
Yes, he showed a reflex sight that records.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw
yes,
that, and
yes,
it's like
yes.
a daytime, nighttime sight,
Yeah,
and
kinda
it's
neat.
the scope cam killer is what he called it.
Yeah, but then he did. I do like his videos where he shows the setup at the beginning, and then he does do a somewhat review at the end. I like that, and he pulled no punches. I mean, look, he did get it seems like the unit for free or
Yeah, he has it on video that I'm giving you.
and he does say like, look, the problem is like internal storage is low. It's like it auto shuts off, and it does that 10-minute every 10 minutes it shuts off and becomes a new save or whatever.
Yeah, it's a loop file, and
Yeah.
that. So honestly speaking, from a recording standpoint, that's a good thing. Most people hate it on the editing side, but from a recording standpoint, it's great. It's the same reason why we didn't lose all 30 minutes last week when we got zapped.
Good thing I didn't come here. I would.
Brother.
That sounds like.
So
I was going
I
to
looked
ask you
into
about
it.
that. Hold on. I want to hear this, and then I want to
Well,
ask
so
about that.
it turns out the board auto saves the file every 60 seconds.
Fantastic.
So what I see on the other end is that it's just one long continuous file, but it saves itself every 60 seconds so that if something like that were to happen, we wouldn't lose everything.
Yeah.
A way to potentially have that not happen in the future is that if it's going to be raining when we're doing the podcast, I can run the board on batteries so it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? It would go through like 47 batteries. Is
No. We recorded an entire episode at AMS and only used
Yep.
half the charge.
What?
It takes like 6 AA's.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
because again, this is only power. Wait, actually, that is still quite a bit. It's powering all of the mics, all of the headphones. It's running the LCD screen. But yeah,
in double A's. It'll do all that. And
it's either 4 or 6 AA's, and we
pretty good.
recorded the entire podcast at AMS and only used half the battery.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not.
It's a
bad.
good board. It does a
that's
great
not-
job.
That's not bad. But yeah, I just lost my train of thought. Like,
Us getting zapped, or him talking about the camera and how
the camera.
scope-
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Because I do want to ask about the zap. I do want to ask it, but I do like his style of the gameplay. But I also like that he does a review and he's like, oh well, this is not good. Maybe they do an update, and that's what it seems like with that device. It seems like if they took some user
A lot of stuff like that is not necessarily niche, but kind of like new and chock filled with features.
Yeah.
Me personally, I always wait till it's like the second or third version.
yes.
And
some honestly, it sounds like having an external thing that you can,
yeah.
But he was
like
talking
one of
about-
my hard parts or hard problems that I have is like on the AUG, I have a scope cam right now because I'm trying to do the thing. More cameras, no problem. But it gets fucking annoying. And if you're trying to make content and trying to make more videos, like the scope cam perspective is pretty nice. But now I have to figure out where am I putting this big fucking block on a gun. And for me, I like to have my guns look a certain way. So it's like, am I sacrificing my pec or my light now?
It looks like you're gonna have to put you should put one of those a barrel mount.
That's something that
or-
people do. Well, the other hard part is that eventually the AUG is getting a shorter barrel. So that's going to go out the window too. Because that's a whole different thing. But people liked that classic Army video and they want more content. So now it's like, cool, let's do the thing. And I actually do like how Captain Airsoft does his videos. I'm doing something really similar with that gun.
I also here's another thing I like what he did in that last video, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably one of my favorite things that people don't do enough of. They don't do enough of. They show how they fucked up.
Yeah.
How they fucked up. Like he did something and his gun jammed and then like they missed out on an opportunity to like coordinate effectively, and he's like, well, shit, that sucks.
Yeah.
And that's I like that because it shows that like you're not just showing
not
the
perfect.
highlights.
Yeah, you're not perfect.
I think it actually makes it more interesting. I think it makes it way more interesting personally because I'm like, oh shit, I've been there. But then like you see how I think that's good for new players because you're like, oh well, now if you see him, oh well, we're gonna have to change our tactics. We're gonna have to do something different. And I think just from my perspective, from like a new player or somebody that's watching that, going, oh, all right, well, it didn't work out the first time or something. I shouldn't be butt mad about it.
Sure.
Or
It's also
have a
humanizing.
poopy butthole syndrome,
Poopy
or just like
It's also humanizing him because it's showing he's not perfect.
Well, that's the other thing too. It's almost like I hate to say like it prevents the you need a Snickers moment where like if people like, oh, it didn't work out exactly the way we did it, and it's like, and we all have gotten like that 100%.
Yeah.
But I also like there's one perspective he has. I don't know. I was gonna ask him, but I only messaged him a little bit.
Which
like,
one?
it looks like he has one where it's like sticking off his body.
Yep, it's a 360 camera.
But is that from his shoulder or
it could be however he has it.
It looks like it's on his hip, and I'm like, dude, that must be like he must be going through these jungles.
No, they're not as bad as you think.
Okay.
So I've been fooling around with this 360 camera.
Yes, you have. I
bought one. It doesn't stick off as much as you think it does.
Yeah.
And it's not as I was worried about it being like more invasive and being more of a cumbersome issue to have. It's not that bad. You just have to play around with it and figure out what's the best way for you to wear it. I'm not going to do the thing where I put it on my helmet like a GoPro because then it looks like a fucking unicorn horn. I don't want that.
Are we able? I have a question. Are we able to do voting on? Oh yeah, we could do voting on the Zulu. Why don't we do
voting on YouTube and Instagram?
Could we do a vote? Could we do a vote? And
What is your vote?
My vote would be: would you mind if we diverted from our usual in-person?
Oh, you really want to try and have him on?
I think so. I'm really interested in knowing. I find his content very interesting, and I think he's going to blow up personally.
I think he's already doing it.
But I think he is like really big, and I just think that I'd be curious if we did a vote, would we be cool with that? No, look, and we have yes or no, and if everyone says yes, we try it, and if it doesn't work out, we go sorry. It just doesn't.
Okay, so here's the easiest way to do it. If you're on Spotify, I'll add a poll. If you're on YouTube, just put yes or no in the comments.
There you go.
No. There is a poll on.
I know there is, but it's also help me help the algorithm. Put yes or no.
All right.
Help me help the algorithm.
All right. So how do you
Shut
want
up,
to
Rich.
I can do both, but help me help the algorithm.
Okay. So the question would be, do you mind if we divert our
normal in person and try to get Captain Airsoft on?
or some other people that are literally 6, 7, 8,000 miles away?
I'm pretty sure if I messaged Kicking Mustang right now, he'd be down.
And we try to do, we'll have some stipulation. We'll try to like get it where it looks really good. We could even
fight the time difference.
We might have to fight the time difference.
I wonder if we could have both.
We could have both, and we should definitely not do this next week.
No.
We would plan it out, but
next week's going to be a pain in the ass.
He was telling me no rush, and I really, honestly, because I think it would just be interesting. I think people. I think we've had enough where we're like...
This might be in a month's time because now I'm realizing like next week's going to be a pain in the ass to do the podcast because I've got that thing at another government agency thing.
Yeah.
Followed up by then Russ is here. Mm-hmm. And then followed up by you're away.
Yep.
And then followed up by then you're back.
I think
so. In 4 weeks' time, we could try to have
this. This is what we could do. I think this is not a bad idea. What we could do is tell them, hey, why don't we try a practice run of we'll record like 10 minutes.
We did that with the New Zealand guys.
Rich, we've already done this.
Oh yeah,
we did.
It's not about it's not about the process.
The quality.
It's about the end result.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not that the end result is horrible. It's just that it's much better if they're sitting right here.
Yeah.
Also, you get to know the person like a lot
That's
better.
true.
Like through a screen, you're just like, whatever.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Like when you can like have a couple beers afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's true.
Fucking
share some Vegemite.
I guess
some Vegemite. Yeah.
I guess you just try. I don't know. You're right. I'm trying to be like positive about it because it's just the constraint of the distance. But I think it'd be interesting.
I think you really want him on because you made the connection.
Maybe my one time that I'm like not a boomer with technology, I went, let me message this guy and just see what's up, and that's it. And I was like, let me see, and I'm like, I like the guy's content. I usually don't like much airsoft content.
He's doing a lot though.
Yeah, the British is like the Brits do it the best, and everybody else is like.
Well, I was trying to keep count. He's got like 6 or 7 cameras that he's wearing.
That's what I want to ask him about. Like, how is he editing? Where is he putting the shit? Like, where? And he's on an e-bike. What the fuck, bro?
Is it annoying to like put your gear on and then check all the cameras?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm curious to see if he probably figured out the same thing that I figured out. I don't know if I have it here. I have this big fucking external battery that I bought. It's like the size of 2 rifle mags stacked on top of each other. It's like this fucking big. So it's 120,000 milliamps. So
wouldn't that just be amps at that point?
Maybe, but it was labeled as
120 amps.
It was labeled as 120,000 milliamp battery, and I charged it to 100%. The reason I bring this up,
It's like forever battery.
So I went to the beach and I charged my phone from 0 to 100%. My girlfriend charged her phone from 0 to 100%. It went down 4%. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So on Saturday I played and I plugged the 360 camera into it because if you don't, the 360 camera dies in about 30 minutes. Ran it for the entire afternoon and it only went down by like 6%, give or take. So I realized I can run Because one of the things he does in his video, he's got the 360 camera somewhere, and he's got a GoPro on his shoulder, like right here.
And like up above too.
Yeah, so that's different. I think he's using either a GoPro or an Insta360 Go S or Go 3. That one's a little tiny. That's a pain in the ass. But the shoulder-mounted GoPro, if that's on your chest rig and your 360 camera's on your chest rig, you can run that battery pack and run a wire to both of them, and they're both charged and ready to go all day, and you just turn it on and never shut it off. That's probably something he's doing. The one that confuses me is he has 2 of the mini GoPro Sessions. They're like GoPros that are just like a cube.
Like a cube, yeah.
Yeah, a little tiny cube. They're like $250 cameras, give or take. He's got one on the back of the gun facing forward and one on the front of the gun facing backward on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't love doing that, plus a scope cam. So he's got 3 cameras on the gun.
Oh, man.
That's a lot. And those things don't have a great battery life. So are you just like charging them in between games? Like how long are games at open play fields in England? Because that's the other question, because those GoPro batteries do not last forever. Yeah. And there's no way you have a battery pack on your gun running to all 3 cameras. This will last all day. This, as long as you like turn it on when you're like playing and shut it off.
Apparently the battery port, and that's what he had in the last video. He said the battery port like fucked up on that one.
On these? Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I lost all this footage. He was pissed. That's why he went to that.
I'll see pretty regularly with these. They'll run like one of the little mini, like lighter size external batteries, and they'll just like clip it to the gun. That seems okay enough for me, but the little mini GoPros, it's like, how are you fucking running those all game? Because they die fast.
Unless you have a few and you're just like putting it in a 3D.
That's a lot of cameras to have.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
these are the questions I want to ask in my interview.
Even the dudes that wear, like, you'll see dudes that wear GoPro
because I can
Sessions
ask
on their
personally,
helmet.
and what would be the point in that? Or he does a video. I think people would want an interview, and we can ask if people want to ask questions.
Yeah, even the dudes that you see running the GoPro Sessions on their helmets, they're always running into a battery pack.
Yeah, that's because
even to be fair, the Hero series, like the normal GoPros, those batteries last like 35 minutes. When you're recording 4K, they last like 35 minutes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, the smaller you make the camera, the like less battery space you have.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Oh man, that seems like a very annoying.
I would be annoyed just from the sheer fact of like, because this is what I would do. I would make the decision, buy the 12 cameras, mount them all. Okay, play a whole game. Forgot to turn any of them on.
Oh, yeah.
And the coolest shit happened. Okay, so then the next game I turn them all on, or I turn half of them on because I forget about the 3 I have on my gun. Yeah. Play a whole game, some badass shit happens. Now I've got only 2 camera angles of half of what happened.
What if you just suck that day?
Right?
You're just getting murked left and right.
Yeah.
You're just getting fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I would actually, you know what, as a blooper at the end of the year is actually kind of worth it. Like you falling, shit like that. Yeah. You know, like all kinds of stuff. It makes you more humanized. I think it's and if people like, I just want the action, like, all right, guy, that's just like, you know, but like all his other videos are, but it would be funny, like one where it's like, shit.
Yeah.
and you just look at the grenade like, oh shit. Like and that's what happened the last one. So I think his content is very good. But then it looks like, from what he was saying, like I saw some of his story on Instagram. He's like, dude, the editing. So it must be like so much to edit.
Think about that. Yeah, if you're carrying 6 or 8 cameras, it's 6 or 8 different files that you're importing.
And then you have to marry them all up because if you hit one I would assume, I'm a boomer mentality. I assume you hit this one and then you hit this one. It's not the exact same time. So you have to like get in a file and measure them up. Jordan's coming over here to make sure that's.
So you turn them all on and then you clap.
Yeah.
And you just use the audio file to link up.
So that's actually a really good way to do it.
Yeah.
That's why you see in the unsubscribe podcast, they always do the clap at the beginning.
That's why old school movies, they have the clapper.
Yeah. Or they like now unsubscribe, they all click the cans at the same time. But no, there's 2 main editing softwares. One's Adobe Premiere, the other one's DaVinci Resolve. They both do the same thing. Depends on who you talk to, whether they use one or the other.
Yeah.
I use Adobe Premiere. So I brought over 3 cameras to actually show, because like this is the battery on the 360 camera. It's not that big.
I'm not gonna lie. I just saw that thing and it looked like a fucking vibrator.
No, it's not. this is the 360 camera.
It looked.
I know. It's the little rubber cap. But then you have a GoPro.
That's a wild Patreon content. The vibrator with the camera. Like,
I think that's called an OnlyFans.
Is that bleeped? All right, that's a bleep.
No, you're fine. GoPro battery. Like these things are tiny.
Yeah.
These will die 30
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if like right now I wanted to film with both of them, turn them on. Yes, this one, maybe I turn this one on first, this one on second. There's like 2 or 3 seconds of lag in between them. Now we'll throw a contour in there and we'll put a run cam on. So I got 4 files. Same thing with this where we have 3 plus the audio board is 4. Transfer all of your files to your computer. Put it in a folder. Like with the podcast, it's labeled episode whatever number. Then you have right camera, middle camera, left camera. You throw all of them into Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve. You highlight all of the files and you hit create multi-camera subsequence, which is a button that Adobe gives you. And what it'll do is find an audio timecode that all of them share in terms of a peak, and it will line them all up based off of that. And then I get to go through as the editor and say, hey, I want Rich on screen or I want me on screen, and I have to go through each one. Now with Airsoft footage, I did the exact same thing for the Classic Army video because I filmed with 2 different cameras, and then I threw B-roll over it of me like range testing the guns, doing stuff like that. So it applies not just to a podcast, but to that. So if I was going to take 4 cameras and record an Airsoft video, I do the exact same thing. Have the program give you a multi-camera sequence where it's like, hey, we know the audio files for all of these match up perfectly in this order, and then just choose what you want to have on screen. And this is when you start working in a vertical stack. So if it were me, your main helmet camera goes on the bottom. Then you can pick which camera you want to be camera 2, camera 3, so that maybe the run cam is on top because this is the least used footage. You're only using this when you're pulling the trigger. So you don't have to have a lot of audio or not audio, a lot of video of that. So as you start to work your way down, you see the bottom video file is the one that basically never gets caught.
So I have a question with the run cams, right? Or your scope cams. The best audio cue is right when you're about to shoot. You'd be like, oh, okay, now you know.
So you know when the program sees it, it's like, oh, hey, it like there's a peak in audio because it doesn't know it's a gunshot. It just knows it's a peak.
Yeah.
But if it gets that from all 3 cameras or all 4 cameras at the same time, it's like, cool, we got it.
I see. I'm seeing more of the 360s being used because
the quality's gotten better.
It's gotten really good, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. Like even though it's, and I don't know how to describe it. It seems I kind of like it more than the first person because it seems more like well, it not movie-esque, but it's more claustrophobic in watching it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
You're like, what is going to happen? Because then all of a sudden he turns and then he was engaging. It's almost like how you're looking because you're like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if that's like, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Well, a lot of people had contours. Contours are a great camera.
Yeah.
But people would do the same thing. They would mount it here or on their ear pro or whatever, and they would inevitably, always, you could see like the side of their face or the side of the helmet or their scrim that they put in their fucking helmet. Like it just made you feel like you were a tiny ant like staring through a straw.
Which to me, like I like that because there's a vibe to it. And like contour footage is very gritty. And that's why I'll still die on the hill of using these. But now as like we're pushing into the space of higher production quality and it has to be more like everyone in Airsoft watching it kind of friendly.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes the grungy, gritty content that comes out of a contour. The 360 camera does solve every problem you've ever had with a contour.
Yeah.
Because even if I have this mounted on my shoulder, like what I've been doing the last couple of weeks is I have it here. And it kind of gives you a really good perspective. But in the editing process, I have to tell it what to have on frame at every single time. So this takes longer to edit.
I can just imagine how does like
360 degree.
Yeah. So
like,
one of the nice features is Insta360 has a plugin for Adobe, and I can basically highlight the tip of my barrel and say track that image.
Yeah.
So, but then for me, I'll let it do that. It'll take 45 minutes, but then I'll go back and say, oh, maybe at some point in time, I want it to transition over and see what I don't see.
Yeah.
So like in the clip that I posted on Instagram with the Classic Army rifle, I straight up booked it out of a building and ran into one of the 2 stories at mosque. There was an enemy player staring right at me. I didn't fucking see him, but I was moving too quickly for him to go, oh shit, I got to shoot that guy. I didn't see it, but the camera did. So now I can have it pan over. I can tell it, hey, just track. In this case, I wasn't having it track the barrel. I was having it track the brim of my hat because my hat's always forward. So it's like, hey, just keep that perspective and then I'll figure everything else out later.
Yeah, that makes sense because you just have that as the basic because you're basically going to always have some kind of action as you're looking. And then if there is other things, like you hear a grenade or you hear some other shit or some guy coming up to you, yo, what's going on? You're able to clip
I'm
that
able to
at whatever
pan it.
at 1630 or
and
whatever.
tell the program, hey, look this way.
And you're able to, and then because that's that.
But in the same way, what happened with Dave when we went to AMSX,
Jesus.
his contour, which was on the side of his helmet, got flicked down. So now for the rest of the time, until Dave realized, all you see is his hand in his chest.
Dude, we're sitting in the Airbnb, like, because that the whole weekend, like, if I'm being honest, we didn't see that many bad guys. Like, they all.
It was a lot of shooting from building to building or building to the bush line.
Yeah, like they couldn't really make it. Like, we actually like brokered a deal. And
At
was
one
just
point.
like, yo, just come into the fuck. I don't want to play on the woods. Like,
Yeah, we'll give you this part of the town.
yeah, like we'll give you this whole side.
Yeah.
Like, I want to fight in the town. And so I was like, we all shot at some people. Like, maybe I got some kills. I don't know. I was like, but I know for a fact these 3 guys, I killed them. Like, because we were coming out of our spawn and we had like this, I guess it was like a mobile respawn type.
Oh, we
thing.
had like they call it a fob.
And so we came out online, and all of a sudden there's bad guys there with their backs to us. So I started sprinting across this open field because basically that's what it was. Because I'm like, I want to be right up on them. And get right up on them and bang, 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 bang. And then this guy needed a couple extra. He was wearing plates, so I had to give him a couple extra. He had those AMS plates in. And yeah, he just stared at me while I was dumping a mag into him. I'm like, yeah, there's something you should do right about now.
And
anyway,
yeah.
So I'm all excited, right? Like, we're watching everybody else's videos. We had one fight in one building that was so fucking fun, and we just wanted to recreate that.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't. Like, they just would not get in the city. Anyway.
And the footage from that building fight is great.
Oh my God, it's awesome. It's like the whole video. Like,
yeah.
And so I was like, yes, this is the one, because I can tell we're coming out. And then it's just like, and so all you see of that video of me killing those guys is,
yep. And then you just see,
and then you see this,
you see like the back half of Dave's rifle and his hand.
Like, it's like I'm staring at my pistol grip the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, no,
so
no.
One of the first things I tested with this was I put it on and then I tilted it all the way down.
Yeah.
Which, right? Because you wouldn't think,
And it still sees.
which is crazy.
Is that top like have a ball? Like, no, it really does. So
Yeah. So
I you know what?
you'll see a little bit of a seam in the video where it's meshing the 2 cameras together.
Yeah.
But for solving that problem, it's perfect because I've been testing it the last couple of weeks, either like further back, further forward. I like it kind of right over the shoulder, gives more of a video game feel.
I wonder if
Yeah.
you could make it look like some sort of antenna. Like,
Maybe.
Just-
That's the
just
case.
to-
I haven't seen anyone do this one. What about taking that and putting it like a little bit?
I've seen a
further
lot of people do that. And
I
it's-
haven't seen anyone in Airsoft. Everyone is this.
Most of the people
Or
that-
that one, I don't know what he did. I almost want to ask him. Like,
This is gonna sound like-
it felt like he had like a bar sticking out from his side. But I'm like, dude, how is he getting? But I guess
I think it might be on the rifle
maybe
because these have a code
'Cause
built
he
in
had
them
it
where
like
it's like
this.
invisible selfie stick.
Yeah.
So if whatever you're using as your mount is directly mounted at the bottom, the camera physically will not see it. And it knows to mesh the footage in a way that it won't see anything further down.
Yeah.
Because one of the jokes I made early on too was they make a 12-foot selfie stick for this thing. And one of the ways that they advertise it is you can use it in places where you can't fly drones. So I could put it on this giant stick and walk through CQB holding it over my head and get some pretty decent footage. And you'd actually get audio because the drones don't record audio.
Yeah.
So there's a world of I could do something
Yeah.
fun with this on the ref side. And I have some fun footage from when I was reffing. The first day I got it, I tested while I was reffing it. I had some kid, as I'm like taking a photo of someone, dude gets shot next to me. And the kid across the street is like, hey, ref, why did the chick across the road? And I look at him and I go, I don't know why. And somebody else gets shot right next to me. I go, oh, probably to not act like that guy. Like funny instances of being on the field. But this solves the problem. So if someone like Dave didn't want to ever worry about that, but he had someone that can edit, you could just buy a 360 camera and know that you'll get whatever footage you want. I got this on eBay for $200. If you buy them retail, they're like $400 to $500, depending on the
that's
model.
cool.
I wish they would be smaller though. Because I did some research going into it. There's another Insta360. I don't know why this idea wasn't explored more. It's tiny. It's like just this big.
Yeah.
And it's meant to plug into the bottom of an iPhone. So you can turn your iPhone into a 360 camera.
Yeah.
But it'll run as a standalone. So you could just plug a battery into it and run it. And I'm like, that's genius. Except for it only records in like 1080p 30. So it's by today's standards, because it was made in 2016, 2017, camera quality is shit. This records 4K at 60 FPS. And as
And
I
that's
say
why
this,
I think the footage I'm starting to see of the 360s,
it's all super high quality.
It almost
footage.
seems better than even like first person view.
Yeah.
It
But
almost
now
seems
imagine
like
if you mesh the couple of them together. So like if you have a GoPro and you're wearing one of these, you get a bunch of unique camera angles.
I'd be curious, how far would you have to get a third person?
So I had
Like an actual
like truly third person.
Like-
you see all of them.
like kind of like all of them. Yes.
It would probably have to be 3 to 4 feet off of your body.
You should have like this tail.
Yeah.
I would be really curious to do that as a game, just a simple game to see how
Yeah.
it would look.
Dude, you'd be whacking it on every door you went
One
through.
of the things I'm going to try
You just
this
try
week,
to go, you know what? No. Oh, okay. You do it at gas gun night, and you do it, and you play on that at the end of the field, and you just don't go in the building. You're on the outside, and that's it.
Well, that's kind of the problem too, is trying not to bump into shit. And
Yeah.
that's why I found mounting it here is the least like I'm going to knock it kind of bullshit.
If you had a back of the Molly and you had something that goes,
Yeah. Also now it's like I still want to play Airsoft the way that I want to play Airsoft.
Yeah.
So like if I'm constantly worried about like this getting stuck on a bush or like hitting a doorway, that was another reason why I bought this one, was because I didn't want to break the lens. This one has removable front glass, so I can just change it out. Because
that's great.
From using this twice now, I can already see like I've scuffed up this lens from bumping into shit. I'm not nice to my camera equipment.
I mean, even just getting hit with a BB.
Yeah,
it might make a scuff. Yeah, like
Well, it'll break it because I've seen what happens when these get shot by BBs. So
now,
I want
how much is the glass? Or
like
the-
$10 for the set.
Oh, so it's like
Yeah,
worth
it's
having like worth buying like 10 of them just so
But
you just have them.
Having this is the battery pack.
Oh, that's the battery pack.
This is
Let me
the
see that.
battery pack.
Let me see that.
Jesus. that
Yeah,
thing-
I'm now
like,
realizing
oh
this
my-
is the 50,000 milliamp version.
Bro, you could like jump your car with this thing.
But still,
Holy
that
shit.
fits perfectly into an Eagle double M4 mag pouch.
Oh, yeah, that's
and it's got 3 wire ports, 2 cameras. If they're all on your chest rig, you could just have them plugged in at the same time.
That's not bad.
Because I ran this.
I mean, this is about the weight of.
it's the weight of like 2
Wow, that's like
GHK.
about the same weight, bro. This is a little lighter. This is a little lighter.
Yeah, it's
but
almost-
that's not really that far off. And these are 3.2s.
Yeah.
That's actually not that bad.
No.
It's pretty sleek.
So
And then
great.
it fits in a pouch like
It fits
that.
it fits in a magazine pouch.
Yeah, that makes.
So they do make a 120 milliamp hour one, 120,000 milliamp hour. And I looked into it and I said, wouldn't that just be amps? But it's not. Milliamp hour is a duration of time. It's not.
Yeah. But even with this, like I've charged my phone a bunch of times. I've charged this camera all day while I was playing and using it, and it's at 70%.
Now I got a question. Now having one 360 camera, like having on 2 shoulders makes no sense. Correct?
Nah, no point.
There's no point.
The only perspective that the 360 camera being here is missing is your head. Like it doesn't see anything that's like, if I have it here, it's not seeing this because my head's
yeah.
running 2 of these would be ridiculous.
So
I
really,
found that message.
So really, a tiny one that's on the top of your helmet would be the best.
But the angle, that's the big thing. Like when you're doing all this, like you like Captain Airsoft's videos because of the angles he's using. if you're trying to recreate it and you use an angle up here, like we've seen it with Mario. He used to keep the Mohawk on the top of his helmet.
Yeah.
The Mohawk, yes, it was a semi-wide angle lens. It was like 120 degree field of view, but directly on the top of the helmet, all you ever saw was the very tippy top of the L4 G24 and maybe the barrel of his gun. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I don't like the GoPro centered on your face, because a lot of people do it, but I like it off to the side.
It's a shame that the Oakley
Meta glass.
glasses don't record in a certain way.
They record vertical only for 5 minutes at a time. They are ANSI rated, and they create an interesting perspective. But the problem there is you have to take them off to charge them. The battery only lasts for about 35 minutes, and it is a 5-minute loop, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Not as much.
I guess for somebody like me, it'll be like,
Well,
like
and it's
hit
voice
record.
activated.
Voice activated.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
For
it's
anyone
voice.
wearing them in the car right now, you just say, "Hey, Meta, record," and it turns it on.
Now they're like, oh shit.
Dude, the amount of times I've been listening to a podcast and they make a joke about like all the things you say to your phone to get Google to activate,
Yeah.
and then I'm driving and I'm like, "Fuck you!"
I'm such a boomer. I don't have any of that activation stuff.
Hey, Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Alexa, look this up. Oh man, it just screwed somebody over in their house.
That's definitely cool, but yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot. But that's something you have to keep in mind is when you're trying to do that, it's just the angles. That's why I like the contour on the side. It might be a very normie thing to say, but especially using gas guns, why would I not want to have an angle where you see the ejection port cycling?
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's part of the fun with filming.
Yeah. Who we at?
Oh, we're plenty good.
All right.
You want to take a break or you want to?
Rich, we're 2 hours in.
Are we? Oh my God.
We're 2 hours.
Well, you know what I'd love? All right. For everyone, I want you to make this the most popular episode so then we can be like, Anthony, you're a big old problem here.
Put it down in the comments, Anthony or Rich. You can only choose one.
You can only choose one.
You can only choose
No,
one.
but I do want to say something to the viewers. I'm going to have to put this at the beginning because yours has been helping out where everyone's like, or where you tell everyone, hey, jump over and make sure you hit subscribe.
That's right.
There are certain features that I cannot access on the new Zulu 24 podcast YouTube because of the low subscriber count. More people watch this than are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Please, please, please hit subscribe on the Zulu 24 podcast channel so we can re-unlock the feature to be able to give you a teaser trailer 2 or 3 days before the episode premieres. That's why I had to stop doing it because it's a new YouTube account. So they're like, you don't have all the features because we built the Zulu 24 Airsoft channel up to being able to have all the fun features. And now we're back at the bottom.
Subscribe. It's free.
It's free.
Subscribe. It helps us out.
Takes you 2 seconds.
Please.
Hit the like button.
Oh, and don't forget about the poll.
And look, we're demonetized on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you subscribing doesn't put money in our pockets. That actually, even when we were,
wasn't
fucking,
helping.
it was like $1 anyway. So look, just subscribe. Just do it. I dare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 80%.
And for you guys on Spotify, I see all the comments and I appreciate you.
Yeah. And don't forget about the poll. We're going to do that poll.
Yes, we are going to do the poll.
All right.
Okay.
See.
All right. And with that, good night. God bless.
Goodbye. Later.
We're out.
Yeah.